Are we live?
Mm,
We're live?
mm,
Are we live?
mm.
You're not giving me an answer. You're just moaning into the microphone, and you still haven't given me a sample. That's not gonna work. Are we live yet?
Hey guys, what's going on? We're all sitting here playing, obviously, the Avatar campaign. Because it's Wednesday, so it's Avatar Day. Where are you, Ichibe? Come on! Get out here!
It is Wednesday.
Hello, I am Ichibe.
Okay, there we go. There's Ichibe.
Hola.
How are you feeling today, Ichibe?
How you say, bad because the Jedi, they tried to go into my store.
Okay.
The Jedi?
I always knew Ichibe was a Navi. One thing I had planned on doing if Tristan and Anthony just decided to hang out because like they're in the same call as we are, is just be like, all right, so you guys also have the people that have been with you this entire time, obviously, Ichibe Man and Jin Man.
So, did they
there
fall
they
for
go.
me being Ichibe?
Yes, hook, line, and sinker.
Man, I'm great.
I always knew Ichibe was a Navi. The whole glitching out and teleporting across the map gave it away. I see it's Megaman Net Navi month again. Well, it is actually preparations for. Is today Chinese New Year or is?
It's on Saturday, but
Yeah, there's preparations that have to be done.
Yeah, Phantom's family is doing a lot of preparations for it. It is a big deal for a lot of Asian families.
Yeah. So we have to make the sacrifice and only play Net Navi this week. 3 Net Navi games in a row. It's a sacrifice, guys, but we have to make it.
Sacrifice.
We just need the fucking Duel Academy like volcano just for that. We need to somehow reskin the black hole device to being a volcano. But yes, it is unfortunate, but very understanding why we cannot have Avatar game today. So instead, we're gonna be playing some Megaman. Megaman. It's time for Megaman. Got quite a good number of people already in here waiting for some Megaman.
Mega Flan.
I fucking love that song so much. I need to listen to
Wiley is an old nasty son of a taint. He can't explain. He can't escape. So slyly, but not this time. He thinks he's leaving, but he ain't.
I need to listen to more Brental Floss, man.
He doesn't do things anymore. He don't sing anymore.
We need to probably take into account that some people today may not be caught up with Megaman. So potentially we could give a bit more of a general recap for some things that have happened in the past couple of games, and just kind of like go through some things. And I can help out with that if you want me to, Squeaky. Oh, you don't want me to? Oh, you want to do it all by yourself?
No,
I mean, Squeaky, I can help. Oh, but you're insisting. Oh, you're insistent. I don't want to take that away from you. All right, Squeaky, you can do it all by yourself. Thanks a lot. I love my job. Subscribed at tier 1. Thanks a lot, my dude. Much appreciated.
Okay, so. So while I kind of, finish brushing my hair, having just come out of a shower and have not eaten anything yet, waiting for food to happen and Jester to come home and so
Squeaky,
I don't remember
stop trying to garner pity, all right? Fucking do your I'm kidding.
Okay, so here's what we're gonna do. So last time. Oh no, wait, my board's upside down. So last time on Navi RP, we had a great time. It was really good. So much happened. Eat a dick. Eat a dick.
What do you mean?
We ate dicks. There were dicks everywhere. Everyone was able to have a dick. Everyone had a great time.
You act like that was a bad thing.
Oh, it was not. It was great. I just said it was great. We all had dick.
Sound
Okay,
like
yeah,
you're fucking being sarcastic. I don't appreciate that.
slightly. Holy crap, this is tiny.
Look how
That's
tiny
gonna be
that
hard
is.
to delete. Yeah, holy crap. Okay, let me see if I can get a good pen size. Okay, so when we got back to game, freaking our good old pal Bug
I
Vader.
thought you were gonna stop drawing dicks.
Our good old pal Bug Vader here. He was coming back to the apartment building. It's gonna be a house, but it's an apartment building. We're gonna say it's Alan's apartment is apartment 257. And oh, wait, there. Okay, apartment 257.
She could have just
Where
did this.
so, so we went back to apartment 257 where Yome here was having not really much of an existential crisis. That's just me being dramatic. But she stayed up a little bit in the copy bot talking to Caliber who talked at his beeps and his boops.
Beep.
Yep, he had a good time. And Yome was like, I'm gonna go to bed. Actually, no, she wasn't like, I'm gonna go to bed. She was like, I'm probably gonna, what are you gonna do with the rest of your night, Bug Vader? And Bug Vader was like, I'm gonna probably just shut down for the night. What are you gonna do, Yome? And Yome was like, I'm gonna contemplate my existence and maybe check on Alan for really quick. Sleep. I've never been in a bed before, so she tried to go to bed. No, that's wrong. So she tried to go to bed. Perspective, I'm not too good at it. And we're gonna draw a body here that's sleeping. This bed should be bigger in retrospect now that I've drawn it wrong. So here's bed. It's at a slope. Leave me alone. And it had Alan was in bed. He was sleeping on the blanket though, like an idiot. And Yome was like, "Man, I've never been in a bed before. Let's access denied." Access denied. We can't get into bed with Alan because that's what was programmed into the thing. So she let him sleep. She watched him sleep for a little bit. This is her being a gremlin. This is her being a gremlin. This is her being a gremlin watching him sleep because she can't sleep in this bed. And eventually she powered down for the night and everybody had the Z's. Then next morning we wake up and Savannah's looking for food. She can't find food nowhere. There's no food. Them cabinets empty. The fridge empty. There's no food anywhere, but she swears there was fucking food, unless her fat ass ate them all. But she's pretty sure she didn't. Yome tells her, well, all the food was gone because Alan's evil mother. Here she is.
Mm-hmm.
Alan's evil mother was like, oh, I'm gonna make it so that you can't win this bet. and fuck up your no. That doesn't look good. I'm gonna make sure you lose our bet and don't have food to cook for me. Fucking stupid bitch. And Savannah was like, "What the fuck are we supposed to do?" And it was like, "Well, Savannah, you know where we can get some oatmeal." And if I get some oatmeal, then I can beat Alan's mom at her game, and then we can also get you food. I'll make you breakfast and stuff. And Alan was like, "Yeah, let's." I'm gonna be going to school without you guys, so we can. It's Dan Avidan from the Game Grumps. He's our special guest today. You
did it.
He's holding our bowl of oatmeal.
You've done it.
It's our Dan Avidan. You gotta remember his eyebrow has a little split in it. So he's got our oatmeal. He's gonna make our oatmeal. We're gonna make oatmeal at Savannah's. We plan out our thing, Alan, and we walk Alan to school. And Savannah. Well, we walk Savannah and Alan to the subway.
Eat fresh.
We take him to the subway. I'm gonna draw the train. Fucking choo choo. Choo choo. Right, we take him to the subway. And there that's when we meet Brad.
Look at that guy.
That's where we meet Brad, and Brad's like, the 24 hours start now, so that when the 24 hours stops, I can make it to track on time. We gotta go to school, man. And Alan's like, okay, I guess. You guys gonna be okay? And Savannah's like, yeah, it's fine. I'm just really fucking hangry at this moment. So Savannah, ooh, wrong button. Savannah takes us to her house. We're gonna pretend this is her house. And you know, we learn how to make oatmeal. We make it pretty okay. Savannah's like, I probably would have liked it this way, but I never had oatmeal before. So don't worry, Yome. I liked it. Don't worry, Yome. I liked your oatmeal. But let me cook you something next time. Will it be... It's, as in a date? Please go on a date with me, Yome. And Yome said yes. So that's a third in Yome's date queue. And from there, Savannah was like, I'll walk to school. It'll be okay. I'll get to school safely. We really hope she got to school safely. And then we noticed Alan's dad's probably home. Maybe we can ask him a couple questions about how Alan's mom likes her oatmeal. So we visited Alan's dad. And Alan's dad... Hold on, I gotta look at him really quick. Hold on, I gotta look at him really quick. Okay, so Alan's dad... We're gonna pretend this is Alan's house. Alan's dad was like... Fucking...
You're trying your best. That's all we can ever ask.
Alan's dad was like, she's really fucking plain. But yeah, I guess you can fucking make her oatmeal. She's gonna, if you try to make it all special and shit, she's gonna fucking hate you. So do your best and make it as extra as possible so she fucking hates your guts. She has a bad issue of really wanting to be validated and needed, and if you stomp that in her face, it'll be good for her, I promise. So
we interrupt this important backstory to bring a special announcement.
Oh yeah?
There is stew upstairs. Does Pink want stew? And do I grab it for her?
Not had food at all today.
Yeah. There's like dumplings in the stew too.
Dumplings?
Like the remember those bread dumplings that Dad made with stew before there? Yeah, those are in there.
Oh.
Yeah. Do you want a bowl?
Yes.
Okay. Head pat.
Continue
with your bullshit. I don't care.
Is there cheese in it?
I have no idea.
Are you gonna shred cheese?
Sure.
Thank you. Okay. He told us to be extra with it.
You've done
Destroy her dreams. It'll be fine. She'll be good. And then he was like, well, where'd you get the oatmeal anyway? Why are you even here? Shouldn't you be at Scilabs? And she explained that she was in a rigged test and they had to go to Savannah's house. at Savannah's grandma's house. That's Grandma Pigeon. And he was like, Grandma Pigeon? She has another one? And Yome was like, what? Yome was like, what? What are you talking about? What do you mean, does she have another one? Did you not know that? So, I mean, maybe, but what do you mean? And we learned that Alan's friendo is deado. So we learned that Alan's friendo died, a la fucking Fault in Our Stars cancer. We don't fucking know how she died, but she's dead. She's dead.
You've done it.
And what? Alan's friend is dead. Alan might know, but I mean, they only told her that they moved away, and then when they got older, they told her that she was sick. We don't really know, but we're not going to bring up Alan's dead friend randomly, audience. So don't worry about it. And we decided we're not going to ask Savannah about that. We're going to wait till that comes up naturally in some way, shape, or form. Maybe not as traumatically as Alan's whole issue in Scilabs with his past, but we decided to go along our ways, and we went back to the apartment complex. But first, Bug Vader went to Alan's mom's office. And Alan's mom, in her office, she was with Quake Man, and they were talking, and Bug Vader came in and said, I'm here to help Quake Man. I'm here to help him. And Alan's mom was like, that's not the don't you want to be in a different kind of copy bot than that one? And Bug Vader's like, no, I'm fine with this one. It's okay. And Quakeman was like, I'll meet you in the underground, bro. I'll meet you in the underground. I'm gonna go down the elevator and go Joo. And Bug Vader was like, okay. And then Alan's mom was like, fucking, oh man, I am so tired. Oh, Bug Vader, do you want to clean up my desk a little bit? Be a good Darth Vader and clean up my desk. It's so dirty and I'm just so fucking lazy. And Bug Vader was like, yeah, I'll do that. But he did that and more. He cleaned the fuck out of her desk, which Bug was like, why the fuck are you doing what she's saying? And Bug was like, no, wait. Vader was like, no, wait, I got this. And he looked through her emails and I can't remember everything that the email said, but he was being a busybody. And
the only email that he looked at was the one that pertained to a conversation between her and the president, which seemed to show a correspondence between the two of them, talking back and forth about Alan's grades, his diet, and his copybot usage.
Okay, so a bit of a telescope, a little bit of a slightly voyeuristic telescope into Alan's life. And we were like, Bug Vader was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go help Quakeman out now. And he helped out Quakeman with some water pressure, failed some rolls, and did the thing, but he did good. Quakeman was like, thanks, Bug Vader. You do good. You do good. I'll call you I'll call you, beep you when I want to see you. If I want to page you, it's okay. And Bug Vader was like, I'm gonna go back to the apartment now. And Bug Vader, on his way, he met up with Yome. That rhymed. That rhymed. And fuck, I have no room.
Maybe
hold on,
you shouldn't start off drawing so big.
Hold on, I'll just delete Alan's mom. She's not important anyway. I don't want to delete Dan Avidan. I don't want to delete.
He has to stay there for the rest of the game. You see,
he's a special.
He's
guest!
He's our special guest.
He's our special guest. Next week we'll have Ego Raptor. Okay, or maybe Ross. He might like this. Okay, so we went back to the apartment. And Bug Vader and Yome. Actually, no, Bug Vader. Yeah, they're on their way back to the apartment. We were stopped by a guy who couldn't talk that was called Dr. Walter. And Dr. Walter couldn't speak, but he wanted us to go inside of his funky room. Oh, wait, I have to make my thing thick again. Dr. Walter.
Also note, the other thing that Bug didn't open on the emails was from a Dr. Walter. Anyway, continue.
Yes. I'm trying. Hold on. So Dr. Walter here, he looks like Phoenix Wright. So Dr. Walter here was like, and pointed in his room, and Yome and Bug Vader thought that was pretty suspect. We tried to point, and maybe you can write a note to us. He wrote a check for about $200 people money. It was like what, 220? Was it 20,000?
20,000, yes.
20,000. He was like, 20,000 zenny to go in my room, and it was like, no. And at some point he decided to screw us. He's gonna fucking get help some other way. But he left his door open, and we checked his door open. He left his door open, and we go in it, and everything is flooded. Water everywhere. His sink is overflowing. He didn't tell us this. He didn't even show us this, but we also botched a lot of rolls. We're just stupid. And Bug Vader dashed in at the speed of light, like Superman, ready to save some souls. He was like, I'm coming. I'm here to help. I'm Bug Vader. I'm here to help. What's the sitch? and he turned off the water. He turned it off. There's no more water. And Yome was like, what the fuck? There's water everywhere. Why didn't he explain this to us? And this guy was like, you helped. Okay. He still wasn't talking. He gave us a check for the money anyway, and it's on Bug Vader. Hold on to that. And he was like, "Can you open my closet? My net Navi is dead." My net Navi is dead. and surrounded by shrimpies. They're gonna eat him alive, but it's okay as long as there's no water in here. They won't kill him effective immediately. Just
Well, no, he's already dead.
He's dead.
As long as there's no water, as long as he cut off the water to the apartment, these water viruses can't do shit to his apartment.
So, the net Navi's dead, but
yeah, he's fucking dead.
But you turned off the water, so these guys won't do much more damage, if any damage at all. I'll fix it later. I just need to go to work. Can you guys at least mop up my apartment and get all the water out? And we helped. We helped for a little bit. We helped mop all that.
Yep, Vader sure helped.
we mopped all that water.
Well, Vader sure mopped. You're right.
Yeah, Vader mopped all that water. I fucking left. Yome was like, I have more important things to do. I have oatmeal to make. And Yome went upstairs, and we did all that. She went back to the room, and she was like, "Frickin' Mumsy, I'm here to make you some oatmeal. It seems that you're asleep." Oh no, I drew a dot on Dan Abaddon. Okay. Oh no! No. There you go. So, hold on, I'm processing. Okay, so we went back to the apartment. I just gotta we went back to the apartment, and Yome was like, she's probably sleeping. Quakeman said that if she stirs, then oh no, that wasn't. What was that? No, it wasn't Quakeman. Oh no, maybe it was Quake, or maybe she. Actually, yeah. When she met up with Bug Vader, she talked briefly with Quakeman, and Quakeman said when she stirs, it means that she's more or less ready to wake up. So she went to check on Alan's mom, and she was asleep. Poor dear was fast asleep. She had a long day of working overtime, and Yome was like, I can't get in bed. So, but I'll just throw this blanket over her. But man, it'd be nice if I could lay down. And she could. She laid down. And well, she sat down, and then she was like, "What? I can sit on this bed. I wasn't even able to go near it like that." And then she laid on the bed, because it turns out, and it finally hit her, that as long as it has to do with any close proximity to Alan that could be taken suggestively, it is an absolute no-no to this copybot. So she laid down next to Alan's mom, and it was like, so this is what laying down is. That's kind of cool. So this is what a bed is like. That's cool. But Alan's mom was like, fuck, I need to make this pen smaller. Freaking.
I've just been erasing things because I know you're gonna use more space.
So this is where this little stick figure is Yome, and Alan's mom was like, "Hush, I'm still sleeping," and like threw herself onto Yome, and Yome was like, "Oh, I need to get out of this bed," and we did some rolls, and she got out of the bed, but now Alan's mom was talking weird and acting weird, thinking she was Alan's father and saying weird shit. It seemed like she had waken her up, but she was just kind of sleepy, walky, tiredy, kind of like Alan was a long time ago. And she got up, but she wasn't herself. And Yome kept an eye on her while she made oatmeal. And eventually, then Alan's mom started calling her Quake Man and talking to her like she's Quake Man. And there was probably a little bit of plot that could have been conversed, but Yome was too worried about that and was like, Alan's mom, you're doing shit that Alan did before. That's weird. And then Alan's mom became self aware. She was like, oh, I'm doing that thing. Okay. Do what I say so that I can wake up. And we took her to the shower. Yome refused to undress her. Oh, thank you. Yome refused to undress her and instead decided to just give her a very, very cold shower. Hijinks ensued, heart to heart, about freaking needing and understanding Alan and being useful. And everything went well and good. It looks like they bonded slightly. She admitted that she tampered with the copy bots. She admitted that the whole thing was rigged from the start, but that Yome passes. She gets an A plus. And and then she was like, we'll get you in the vanity one, and if you come with me, I won't be able to tamper it. Wink wink. She probably tampered it already for all we know. Either way, we ended off last game with Bug Vader going back into Alan's mom's office, and there was Quake Man, and he was there waiting, and he was like, oh, Bug Vader, why did you look through her emails? And the screen faded to black, and here we are today at Not Avatar.
You've done it. I erased everything but Dan.
Thank you.
I have to get rid of the square. There we go. Perfect. All right.
Yes,
So
stay here, you see.
while you were doing that, Han gave $20 said for Yome.
Yay!
And you erased my hand. How dare
Sorry.
you? That was my hand. I had
Thank
made
you,
that.
Daddy.
I had made that, and it was good. It was a good hand. But I see how it is. But yes, you have been given the 10 inspiration already. I'll give you one, I guess. I'll give you half of one for what you did today, and I guess I'll round up to 1.
I even got Dan Avedon to fucking guest star in our game, and that's all you get.
Get him to actually fucking show up, and I'll give you more. Anyway, so but let's go ahead and get these guys back to being brighter. No. I can go back to being bright. There we go. I'm getting the rooms back to being brighter. Will, are you there? See, look what you did, Squeaky.
Yeah, I'm here.
You made Will die.
Yep.
He just talked.
You made him expire. Because now I have to fucking kill him. I'm kidding. But Will. Bug Vader. When we had last left, you had made your way inside of the room of Miss Garnet. While you were inside of there, you saw Quake Man over by her computer, and Quake Man looked back over towards you, and he seemed to mention, "Why did you go through her emails, Bug Vader?"
I admit, kind of looks down. At first, kind of shocked, but then kind of looks down. I kind of wanted to check up on Alan. I saw it was the director, right?
Mm-hmm.
Tico?
Yep.
I saw the director's name, and he's been pretty obsessed with Alan, so I was kind of curious.
He looks over toward the screen, and then looks back over towards you. So you say you were doing it for Alan?
Yeah.
All right. He just stands there.
Either way, I wanted to come talk to you.
Hmm?
He explains the water scenario that happened.
Some sort of water pressure happening inside of Dr. Walter's room?
I have a suspicion. Maybe I didn't do things right. I don't know what I did.
You had said that there were some viruses there.
Yeah. I wanted to delete them right away, but unfortunately without Alan around, kinda hard to do.
Understandable. I believe that it may have been to do with the viruses and not due to anything that you had done down below. I wouldn't worry too much about that. Whenever I had went and done my job there, everything seemed to be going perfectly smooth. I can make my way to this Dr. Walter's room and see if I can't defeat those viruses if you wish.
That'd be helpful, but what about the actual pressure itself? I have a feeling it might have been when I was down there.
Roll me for your scan, please.
Alright. Oh no, it was Mephisto, that prankster.
Oh.
Nat 20.
Ooh. You see that whenever he is looking at you, he seems to kind of look off a little bit whenever you say that it might have been your job down there, as if he's not amazingly sure if you might have messed up or not. However, whenever he speaks, I wouldn't worry too much about it. If it was the virus's fault, then I can tell whenever I defeat them. However, if it was not the virus's fault, then I can make my way down there, and if I need you, I can call upon you.
Alright. If it's anything I did, I apologize in advance.
He looks over at you, then back over toward the computer screen. I'm sorry that you've fallen for one of the Mrs.'s pranks.
I should have figured, but curiosity got better than my logic.
If you were to have said anything other than doing something for Alan's sake, I would have had to have reported you to her.
Understandable, that's for sure.
I believe that anything that she had left on there was either something she didn't mind you seeing, or potentially fabricated. With that being said, however, I would ask that, in the future, you ask before you look through any of the Mrs.'s private things.
Yeah.
He takes a couple of steps over towards you. Bug Vader, I really did appreciate you helping me today. It's not very often I get to work with a customized net Navi. I usually have to work with one of the regular ones, and they need me to watch over their shoulder, quite honestly, all of the time. It's almost as if I'm using some sort of a device myself. So it was very nice to have you put the codes in while I went and checked on the pressures.
Ah.
I really do thank you. You were a great help.
If you need any more help, we're always here.
I'm a little bit new to this place just as you are. I've only been here for about a month now. But if there's anything you need while you're here, please let me know. I should make my way out of this copybot and go and check on Dr. Walter's room.
Only a month?
Is something wrong?
No, just the way you appear. You almost seem far more veteran.
Well, beforehand, I was a solo net Navi. I was someone who just was out in the open until I met with Miss Garnet. She was very strange. She is a human that decided never to really have a net Navi. So once I was able to message with her and see what was all going on and what all she needed, they hired me as a solo piece of help. They do that often enough with solo navis like myself. But once I was able to show how useful I was to her, she was able to keep me on. I do appreciate working with her, and I wish to work with her for years to come.
Well, I don't think I've known the solo Navi experience. Well, maybe some vague memories, but even then, we're not sure if it's solo Navi or if we were just Navis working under someone
Hmm.
else.
You had said you were created from some sort of a virus protection program, correct?
Yeah,
Hmm.
not a very good one. It was intentionally bad.
Hmm. Well, luckily that does not seem to have transferred to your actual usefulness as of now.
Thank
Although, I will say, Bug Vader, perhaps while you're here, you should relax a little bit more. I had noted your patrols last night. You shouldn't worry too much about this place while I am here.
you. Relax. He kind of flashbacks every single game. Anytime it's like relax time, he's like training or something. How does one relax?
Well, I noticed that whenever you were in Miss Garnet's room, you have connected Miss Garnet's homepage to Alan's homepage, have you not? I'm pretty sure from what Miss Garnet has said about Alan's father, he keeps a training program inside of his network. Perhaps you could maybe train against some of the viruses there.
I'll head there right away.
Leave the upkeep to this place to me.
All right.
I'm sure that they would be very happy having you patrol their home network rather than patrolling this place.
Mm.
Well, until later on, Bug Vader. Start sinking into the ground. I can only go a couple of places in this place. He seems to leave you in the room.
All right.
As he's left you there, do you guys want to do anything while inside of here?
First, ugh. Well, once he's gone from earshot. So, some of that's fake, huh? You think too specific to be fake. Besides, why would she want to lie about that? She doesn't know. At least, I hope she doesn't know. He seems nice, though. The Skarner person, even when she's innocent, I don't like her. Yeah. I hope that he's at least being a positive influence on her. Positive influence or not, she sketches me out. I agree. Well, let's get going. Oh, try that training program. We're
Do you want to?
probably good all the training we get for when we go to the docks.
Do you want to make your way
Yeah.
back toward Alan's mom's apartment?
Yes, and I'd like to transition because now that we got the to be continued, I need to be RB, so I'm gonna do that.
Okay, go ahead. Yome,
Yeah.
you seem to have made your way here. Again, you have told Alan's mom that she needs to rest. You saw that she seemed to turn something on while inside of her room, but then you told her to rest, and then she seemed to turn whatever it was off. As you are there, is there anything you'd like to do while you're allowing her to rest? She told you to wake her up in 2 hours.
2 hours. Let's see.
I will say, after a little bit of time, Bug Vader does return into the room. However, he seems to give you very minimal information, if any, and then makes his way into the net, saying he's going to go and try to go after the training programs that's back over at the home network.
Well, actually, no. We already did the whole switcheroo with the proper copy bot, so I don't have to do that. I guess it would just be like small things, tidying around the apartment, making sure everything's okay. Probably clean whatever it is she dirtied making the oatmeal.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
You begin to do those things. Upon doing those, eventually,
Oh.
after about we'll say like an hour of cleaning or of anything like that, we'll say that Quakeman shows himself on the network area. As you look at it, it seems like Quakeman seems to have a very unique area in this place. You almost see him as if he's stepping out from the window itself. Like, he's just on the other side of the window. Whereas, like, normally you guys were just kind of, like, walking and floating there.
Mm-hmm.
He's, like, 10 times your guys' size, though, so it seems to almost have, like, an aesthetic of he's actually on the other side of the window.
Oh. Good day, Quakeman.
Oh, good day, Yome. Is the missus still asleep?
She was awake temporarily, but has decided to sleep for a little bit longer. Did you need her for anything?
Well, I hate to tell you that you're wrong.
Huh?
I can tell that Miss Garnet is logged into her... Well, he looks over at the copybot in the room. Unfortunately, that one is way too small for me. It would be best if you opened the door yourself and saw.
I told her to go back to sleep. Yeah, you're gonna make my way back to her room.
You make your way to her room and you open the door. As you see, she appears to be laying there in her bed. However, she has her weird helmet contraption on herself.
Miss Garnet?
She does not respond.
Knock, knock.
I'm gonna roll for her real quick. The light turning on was her starting things up, but she didn't need the computer afterwards, so she just turned off the monitor. Anyway, she does not hear you.
Where's her computer?
It appears to be over in the other side of the room. Would you like to step in?
Yeah.
I wouldn't if I were you.
Why not?
The device she has on her head is still very, well, experimental.
But she needs to... She should have been sleeping.
She should have. However, she's been very into her project lately. If you continue to prod at her, it'll probably help. But I would refrain from doing anything to it or to the device or the laptop.
Will shaking her cause any harm?
Probably not. She's not done too much to the actual device. It's not as if she's not there. She just probably can't hear you.
Okay, well, we're gonna walk up to her and shake her slightly.
What is it?
You said you were going to go back to sleep.
And you believe me. Anyway, I'm doing something.
If you keep going like this, I'm never going to believe a single word you ever say.
She seems to lift the helmet up slightly as she kind of like looks at you. You notice that there are just from the light coming from the device, you do notice there are some slight bags under her eyes as she looks back at you. I'm in the middle of a breakthrough. I'm really sorry, Yome. It's not that I don't want to sleep. It's just I don't have time.
You will be very tired later then, and will that not impede on your work?
Most definitely. However, at that point I can try to get other people to do it for me. The day is whenever it's the hardest. People go about doing their actual jobs and I can hardly get any sort of freelance to help me. However, once things are over and people are done doing what they need to do, I can usually get a couple of bones thrown to me from the researchers. I don't mean to lie to you all the time, Yome, but it is something that I need to do.
What are you doing?
I'm inputting the data that I got from you. From what you had told me.
Oh?
She takes the device off of her head. You notice that again, when she takes it off, there's definitely some almost like some static effect to it. You see some of her hair is actually like a lot more curly than normal, and kind of like jittered out. But she does it does seem to kind of go away and fall free as soon as I got it away from her. As she just kind of looks back to you. You had given me some very interesting information about how things felt or how things were in that world of yours. It was information that I hadn't heard from anybody except, well, some accounts from Quakeman over there. She just like looks at him. He's just like looking from the window like, hi.
Hey, that's me.
He seems to disappear slightly, and then the monitor on the room seems to come on as Quakeman appears on the monitor. You really should try to sleep more. The two of you are like broken records. Is there something wrong with your coding?
No, it is called concern.
And mine was called sarcasm. I'm just playing around. Don't worry about it. Either way, I, again, had a bit of a breakthrough. From what you've told me, Yome, and from what I've confirmed with Quakeman, this world of yours is quite interesting. It goes pretty well with the theories that we've had.
Which were...
Miss Garnet seems to think of the cyber world as something different than what it actually is. I'm not sure myself, I'm just something that lives there. But she seems to think of the cyber world as a much bigger entity than what we all think through science and through ingenuity what it actually is. She considers it its own, well, its own being, independent from what we do from what you all do to it outside. Whereas most people consider it dependent, something that is only there because of what happens outside. It's also something that I think about a lot in my head. Something that I feel like it's hard to put pen to paper. So whenever I was starting to think about maybe potentially going there, setting myself up to mess around in that world, I started thinking about this device, and that's what I told you last time.
Why do you want to mess around with it, though?
Well, I guess it's easier to talk to you about it now since you've already saw, but you can tell quite well about my abnormal sleeping patterns. It's something that I've had to deal with throughout my life, and it's something my mother also had to deal with throughout her life, and it's something that Alan will have to deal with throughout his life as well. If we're going to remain conscious, at least even on some small level, I thought maybe potentially making it to where the body gets some rest after all. If I'm able to complete this device, even whenever I'm in that strange semi-conscious state you found me in, I could instead use that time to be fully conscious in that other world. And of course, once things go through that kind of testing and blah 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 blah, it should make for a pretty interesting consumer product.
But I thought a good sleep was not only physical unconsciousness, but also mental unconsciousness.
And I do
The
agree. However, if you're not going to be getting that part anyway, you might as well make sure that your physical body gets as much rest as possible, don't you think?
By that logic, then there wouldn't be no point in me even shutting down during the night.
I ask you, Yome, whenever I was doing what I did earlier, going off and walking over to you and chatting with you, what if you weren't there? What if no one was there? What if Quakeman wasn't there? What if Alan wasn't there? Do you know how much danger somebody could be in that position?
Probably a lot of danger.
There are limits. There are limits that I want to get rid of. I want to make sure that if I ever do go into a state like that, I have an outlet so that I don't harm myself or anything like that were to happen. I want to make sure that there be some way for me to remain somewhat conscious or even productive in those situations. Imagine if I were to go to sleep and then I just make my way back into my living room the way I did before, potentially just going off to where Quakeman was over at the windows, or think of it like this. What if something like me was even able to get inside of a copybot? The limits, once pushed, are fascinating, are they not?
They could be interesting, but you should not mistreat your own body as well.
Whenever I was younger, I guess it's better to show and not tell. As she kind of like stands up a little bit. She seems to go down to her to the leg of whatever kind of pajama she's put on since coming and laying down. As she lifts it up rather high, you note that you might have seen this if you would have undressed her. Anyway,
Yeah, probably.
but she seems to lift up her leg to a point where you see the innermost parts of her thigh. You see what appears to be a large scar on it. There is also some dotted scarring around the same leg, and a little bit on the leg beside of it. As she shows this to you, she puts them back down and just kind of like looks back to you with a bit of a smirk. 2-story window. I was 19.
Oh.
I kept telling her that if she were to ever worry about something like that, then a net Navi would potentially be a better option and a lot more feasible. You wouldn't have to create completely new technology for it. At the same time, you know how I feel about that, Quakeman. There are people like me who don't want to have to
Depend on anything.
She kind of like winks over at you. You got it. I will say that I have been wrong about net navis. Ever since getting Quakeman, my eyes have been opened. There are some things that we just cannot do as people, and he's been a fantastic help to Scilabs. However, I want to make sure that the things that I can do, the things I do have an effect on, and things that I can make are brought to light. This is a passion project of mine, and that's one reason why it's hard to get people to come and get involved in it. But she kind of like trails off, and then she just kind of like looks around. Never mind.
But what?
Don't worry about it.
Mm.
Roll me for your scam, please.
It's true inflation. Fucking 8. Are we gonna continue this from last time? I guess we are. Hold on.
One more.
I'm gonna move it over here.
14?
11. Yeah.
Altogether 14. You can tell that whenever she had said what she said, she seemed to catch herself before going, haha, never mind, and kind of like looking off. You see her kind of just like looking like she's now a little bit wider awake, as if she had started speaking a lot more because of the sleep deprivation.
I feel like you've probably told us more than you were intending to, which further only justifies mine and Quakeman's point that you should let your mind rest as well.
You are right. I do agree, Yome. I really do. I just can't right now. She just kind of like looks up at you. It's an important time.
Mm-hmm. Do you want us to leave you to continue your research?
You look back over toward Quakeman as you say you want us to leave you. Whenever she said like it's an important time, you notice that his mood seemed to somewhat dampen as well, as you kind of see him look kind of sadly down. But she just like looks back over at you. There's no point in hiding this from you anymore. If you'd like to, I wouldn't mind continuing my research. And could I ask that if I need anything, I can call on you? It would be like rest.
Of course. I will be at the ready.
Don't have to wait on me hand and foot, but if you hear me, then at least try to come and ask me what's going on, okay?
Mm-hmm. It's not a burden at all. I prefer to be in a copy bot. You have such an interest in our world. It is the exact opposite for me.
You know, I never thought of it that way.
Hmm?
Roll me for your link.
Yeah! Can I roast, man?
Do you want to smash his mom?
No.
Do you want to date with Alan's mom? I mean, she's single.
No.
You can go ahead and try. I mean, come on. You're getting dates with everybody else. I'm kidding.
Zach
Zach Pope, thank you very much for the subscription. 4th month. Thank you very much, Zach.
I don't want to smash Alan's mom, but I want her to like me and approve. Can I use my smash dice to make her... Can it be my approval dice?
It cannot. It is called a smash dice for smashing. For smashing.
Not only will Alan be cucked by his dad, but he will also be cucked by his mom. Okay. We will not. They've not had a good smash die roll in a long time, but I don't want a nat 20.
She looks to you.
Not even gonna use these.
Well,
actually, can I hold on to these? I didn't even use them.
no.
Fine, I guess they're gone.
Just because you nat 20 doesn't mean you don't use the ones you ante up.
Okay, fine. That's a smash dice too.
She looks over at you. You know, I'm being a bit selfish.
Hmm?
She sets the helmet aside and just kind of stands up. If I'm going to be staying up anyway, I should at least go and get you your copy bot.
Really?
Yeah, why not? I'll even let you pick one out.
Really?
This way it should get rid of any lingering doubts you might have.
Mm.
She seems to scoot off from her bed and look back over toward Quakeman. Quakeman, shouldn't you be doing your work downstairs? No, Bug Vader had helped me out, and I was able to complete my. Oh, you want me to? Yes, I should be. Yes, I should do that. Quakeman logging out. He's a little bit slow on the uptake, isn't he?
I mean, you know him better than I do. But you seem to be questioning why he came to you. Oh, you do not remember that?
Did I say something whenever I was asleep?
Well, when you thought I was Quakeman, you wondered why he came to you.
I guess I might have some. It doesn't seem like someone like Quakeman really needs someone like me, you know? It feels like. I don't know. I still don't understand really how any of you work. You all, at least nowadays, seem to have your own thoughts and hopes and dreams. It doesn't really seem to make a lot of sense to me that you want to give yourselves up to servitude.
It is. I do not think it is servitude. I
hope that you don't think of it that way, and I hope that Quakeman doesn't as well, but.
Have you thought that maybe he merely enjoys your company? You do not need to need someone to care about them.
I don't think that he could come to care for me in just a month's time.
I mean, he was trying to get you to come to bed, and your reluctance and dedication to your work, it seemed to hurt him a little bit.
Maybe you're right. I don't know, though. It's just. Quakeman's a little odd. And those oddities. I guess I've always not really been very good with other people's oddities. It was the same whenever I was married. It's hard to understand what another person's thinking, you know? It's a lot easier if it's just written out in code, but now even that isn't written out in code for you guys anymore, is it?
No, not really, I guess.
Look, we have more.
But isn't that how you humans have preferred it?
I definitely prefer something that's able to think and do stuff for itself. I prefer Quakeman to any of those random regular normal Navis that are out there. But it does. His quirks are kind of, I guess, intriguing to an extent. Sometimes it's weird. Like, I see him staring off toward the sky whenever he's not doing any sort of work, or I see him watching television with me whenever he finds something that he finds interesting. Sometimes I even hear him talking to himself.
It could be that he just really admires this world, kind of like I do. I mean, some people do not think it interesting, but things like liking clothing or the feeling of grass when you sit on it. It all feels wonderful, and I want to do many different things. But to some people, it is nothing special. You don't really appreciate what's around you when you see it all the time, and it's all you've ever experienced.
Do you think that Quakeman would like being something closer to you?
He might like to be smaller. I mean, he doesn't even have fingers. She holds up her hands and twiddles her fingers. Maybe he would like the idea of petting something, or getting a hug, or
I know
eating
that
food.
if I were to talk to Toki, she could probably help me out with some sort of change like her and Night Bunny do. Maybe I could get him to shift between his work in potential leisure forms.
I think he would like that. He's always in a big copy bot. Maybe he'd like to experience something a little more compact.
A little more normal?
Mm-hmm.
Maybe. I'll have to see if I have. She looks back over toward her project. You can tell she was about to say, "I'll have to see if I have some time," but then she's like, I'll talk to Toki today."
Mm-hmm.
Come on, let's head out.
All right.
You two start to make your way out and down through the rest of Scilabs. Is Will back yet?
Is he?
If not, this can just be a Yome game again. Oh, Yome game, 100 years.
I mean, here's the funny thing. She looks like a mouse.
God damn it, I was
She has
mute.
little balls in her ears like a mouse.
What's up, Will?
I was mute.
That's fine, my dude. We just got done with the scene that Yome had over at the area. You are gonna make your way back over toward the home network, correct? And see if you can do some training.
Hell yeah.
Okay. This isn't gonna be too much of a big thing. Training is not gonna be that heavy of a task for you. We'll just have you have a couple of rolls, then we'll see what you're gonna do afterwards. As you make your way there, do you want to drop off the picture data that you have?
Alright.
Because you guys have been dropping off all your data back at the home network.
Picture data?
The stuff that you got last time from like the voring of the camera.
Oh. Yeah, I'll drop that. I don't want to keep that.
Okay, you want to drop off your vor data? Got it.
If I don't give it right away, then people will start asking.
You drop off your data back over with your armada of viruses over here. Unfortunately, again, because you're not in Alan's PET, they're still very, very hard to bring with you. But they do seem to be protecting the data that you guys have piled up over here in your absence.
Alright.
They're doing their best to guard your attack up chip and all of your stuff.
Salute.
They salute with their pickaxes and all die. I'm playing. You make your way off into the random network that is off to the side with all the security bots and things like that. We don't need to bring it up in front of you. This is where the Canadum virus usually is. Let me go ahead and grab that. Perfect. You remember using this Canadum virus to fucking murder one of the Mr. Progs earlier in the campaign.
Hell yeah.
Currently, it seems there's only Canadums here. However, you do notice that now that you are here again for this time, there appears to be a bit of an option that you can toggle with this.
Oh yeah?
Mm-hmm. It seems like you can have this thing go between two other sorts of viruses now.
Oh really?
Mm-hmm. It appears you can get Metools or Salties.
Oh.
It appears like whatever virus you have obtained with your virus control program, you can also train against.
Well, alright then. Looks like we're gonna have to find more.
It's definitely true. You could always make your way toward an area that has those shrimp viruses or those spiky viruses and see if you can try to grab those. You do remember that you were able to get a program to increase your virus control, your blah 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 blah, your virus control. However, with everything that's been going on, you haven't been able to put it into yourself yet. Again, you're mostly waiting for Alan to be able to get back at you with his PET again.
Yeah.
You feel like you could potentially try and get one of those shrimp viruses. You're not sure about the spike viruses. They may be too strong for you to be able to get.
Okay. Yeah, I think I'll go for a shrimp one later.
Mm-hmm. Do you want to try to stand here and kind of go against the Canadums, or do you want to try to go against the salties or the metals?
I feel for now the Canadums will be the best training source right now.
Mm. You also know that if you were to make your way to the school network, there are Canadums there you could attempt to try to control. However, you're not sure if you have the right amount of virus control to be able to grab a Canadum yet or not.
Mm.
It's kind of like the Spikies. They might be a little bit too big.
Fair enough.
All right. We're going to say you train against some Canadums?
Yep.
Give me a couple of rolls then while we're doing this. First things first, roll me for your speed.
Hooray.
I'm going to have you roll 3 different rolls. Okay, roll me for your defense. Okay, and roll me for... Oh, God, I'm sorry. And roll me for your scan. You are able to get a lot of training from your first... from your... Huh?
I don't think the Vader Inspiration was going to help.
Probably not. You are able to get a lot of training done with the Canada right now. I will say, just so you realize, because I'm not sure if you still remember that you have it, you do still have your roll heart card.
What's that?
It's this thing here.
Yeah. What does it do?
It allows you to change how another program or another Navi sees you. And I will say that if you were to use something like that against a Canadum like this or a Spiky like that, you would be able to have that work with your virus control. However, if you want to save it for something else, you definitely can save it for something else. But if you're training right now with the Canadum, you haven't gained much else from it. You still have your +1 AC to Canadums, but you don't have anything else.
What the fuck? I organized your inspiration so nicely. What'd you do?
He doesn't like the bow.
What?
There was a bow on it.
What?
Don't worry about it.
I just this. Even though it's not the greatest, it's mine.
It's a guy running, man. It's that running man. Or a strange swastika. You know, one or the other.
You know, I didn't want to be the one to say it. I wasn't gonna be the one to say it, but there you go. That's good. Go discombobulated swastika, dude.
No, it's fine. It's fine. There's 5 sides. Or there's 5 things. It's fine.
1, 2, 3. Okay, yeah, no, you're right. Okay.
But do you want to just continue training here for a little bit and head back soon?
Yeah.
Okay. I'll give you 2 more rolls. You have to make both of these, however. Go ahead and roll me for your speed. You just put one in there right away. You're like, all right. 17, and roll me for your defense.
The 15 was the first. Wait, hold on.
You rolled the first two rolls were for your first roll, and then the second roll was for your defense roll, or the third roll was for your defense roll.
Okay.
However, you have now done a little bit more work into your Canadums. Let me see if I can write something down here really quick. You have now learned how Canadoms work. You now have a +1 to your rolls to calm down level 1 Canadoms.
Hooray!
So if you were to ever find any green Canadoms out there, kind of like how you did in the school network, you can now kind of try to use your virus control to just calm them and stop them from attacking.
Hell yeah.
As you've done that, will we say eventually you make your way back to the apartment?
E.
All right. Whoop. First things first. Squeaky.
Yes.
You make your way out with Miss Garnet. As you do, she seems to take you further off toward a rather nice looking office. Standing over at the office, there appears to be a set kind of like stacked up very large. You can note that this kind of looks like what the inside of the rooms at the stations look like, where most of that stuff is hidden away and like all of the lines of copy bots are just kind of standing there. You look into this room as you see what appears to be a couple of lines of different copy bots standing there. Some of them appear to have different sorts of things along them. You notice that there do appear to be some of them that seem to be a little bit more shiny or sleek toward their arms and legs in their base forms. And you also notice that there appear to be some that have a lot more kind of, how do I put it? A lot more texture to them as you look at them. And of course, then there's the regular ones that you are in currently, which look a lot, very much a lot kind of plasticky or even somewhat metallic sometimes.
Mm-hmm.
As you look in, there appears to be at least 4 different kind of copy bots in here. As she shows you off toward this section, you see that there does appear to be one other person in the room with you.
Oh.
Where the heck are... There you are.
Oh, that guy.
You see what appears to be Dr. Coda. He seems to be off onto the side. He apparently has a sandwich and a thing of orange juice in front of him. He appears to be taking his lunch break in here. As he just seems to be eating around, he looks off toward the two of you. As Miss Garnet seems to not really care that he's there. Just kind of like goes over toward the side of the room and kind of like motions to you to do the same.
Yeah, it's the thing of like as she passes by them, she'll be like, "Good day, Dr. Coda," and then keep following Alan's mom.
He looks at you. Didn't even
Waves.
get me my lunch menu the other day. How dare she talk to me? I'm kidding. He just seems to like nod towards you as you acknowledge him. He goes to continue his lunch.
Yeah.
You guys get there. As you do, she brings her hand up toward the third row of copybots that are up there. She's like, and up there are the vanity sets. She seems to motion towards the ones that have a lot more texture to them. As you get a little bit closer, you can tell with your little bit of enhanced eyesight from this copy buff that you have. You can kind of almost see that as you're looking at it right now, it appears like the copy bot has like tiny pores all over it.
Oh, what are those? What are the pores for?
Honestly, I forget that it has them sometimes. You are real. Your copy bot you're in is a little bit higher rated than the ones that you're normally used to. The one here, I believe it's for some kind of breathing. Is it so the body can breathe? You hear a snicker from the other side of the room, like.
Like frogs?
Probably, yeah. She has no fucking idea.
Maybe he knows. Points at him.
Oh, he's just now. Why would he know? Why would the guy who works for making these know anything? It's like he just looks over. What do you need?
Why do those copy bots have pores?
He looks
The
around.
vanity.
Oh, heat control.
Okay, so it is so that they can breathe like frogs.
It's also there so that if you look really closely, the stretches of biotech that's throughout them are a lot smaller, more compact than normally is inside of copybots, which allows for several of them to perform different tasks than normal. The vanity section is for realism after all, so if you get inside of them, most of the processing power through the copybot is to making all of those little sections of it seem to work flawlessly with each other.
How real are they?
I have yet to tell two vanity series from the other. They're honestly the ones that I find the most difficulty with.
Oh.
When it comes to realism, I believe that even the most trained eye would potentially never even notice if a person or a copybot would have been if the person is a person or a copybot.
Looks at Alan's mom. That is amazing.
Yeah. Like I said, breathing. And all those other things I was going to get to.
That's that thing of like the camera pans to her. She has a couple like hairs out of order because
she's like moving them out of her face, just like. I knew that. I definitely knew. I read that somewhere in my notes. I would have. Yeah, I knew that. I could. Give me a little bit more time, and I could have said that.
I'm tired after all.
I'm just tired. That's all. Whatever. My nose is to the grind. I'm on 4 hours. All right, leave me alone.
I want to get in one.
Well, go ahead and choose which one you want. That way you don't know. That way you don't figure that I've touched any of them.
Have they been touched? Looks at Mr. Coda. Any
just
of the
chewing.
copy have these been touched?
Warrior Moon.
Never mind. I'm gonna go.
I'm here for my lunch break, man. I don't fucking know.
I'm gonna. How are the vanity ones lined up?
They are lined up in a row of 8. There are 8 different ones you can choose between. There is, the easiest ones to get to are the ones at the edges, of course. However, it appears as if you can jack into any one of them from the console that is in front of you.
I'm gonna go for the
One
fourth
second.
Okay.
Do-do-do.
You gotta make your little lineup.
Do-do-do. Hold on. Need to remember. Right. Okay. Ba-ba-ba-bum. Gonna steal this from you, Will, real quick. Go away. Go away, Squeaky.
No, I'm looking at Dan Avidan.
No, sure you are. All right. So.
Yeah, I am.
Yeah,
I'm
yeah,
looking at
definitely.
his fucking face.
Definitely perfect. All right, cool. Do-do-do-do. All right, I'm not even gonna know. All right, so which one do you want to get in?
What do you mean?
1 to 8. Which one do you want to get in?
I want to get in number 6.
Number 6. All right, give me a second.
Look, I'm right over here. I'm playing with
Okay. You jack into the you jack into the thing in front of you. As you do, you find yourself being able to pick and choose. You find number 6, and you jack yourself into it. As soon as you do, Yome, going from one copybot straight into another, you've not really done this before. You usually have to go, between something, like go into like a network, then come back out in a different copybot, stuff like that. This time, it seems like you go straight from one into the other. The amount of response time on this one, it seems to go super fucking quickly. By the time you log into to number 6, you can still see the one in front of you turning away from being Yome.
Huh. For just a brief second, there was two of me.
You look down at your own hands as this happens. It doesn't look like you have fully manifested yet. Your consciousness seems to be in the copybot, but it hasn't taken on your complete form yet. You step off away from the section you're at as your skin begins to graph on. You see a hint of blue as some of the hair follows in front of your face, and eventually, you stand there in the vanity set, completely stark naked as Yome.
Stark naked. Stark naked. Okay. That's that thing of like, she just kind of like looks at her skin and then she just looks around and sees that she's naked and she's just like, is this supposed to happen? I am not wearing anything.
Oh, yes, of course. You're supposed to go for realism, remember? She motions to your chest. As you notice, you don't even have your emblem on.
I see. That is quite a surprise. That explains Shudder then. The Navi of one of Alan's classmates. He looked somewhat different than how he usually looked. He was also in a
Kane's
vanity.
Navi.
Yes.
This Navi, as you can probably tell from it, takes realism to the extreme. You're not able to shift between having different clothes. You're not able to really shift all that much from your base form at all. However, she goes over to you and she, as she does, just kind of like look you over. Everything about you, in every single sense of the word, looks and acts human. You even have insulation from things like electrical outages and things like that.
Oh.
If somebody were to, let's say, throw an EMP all over Scilabs, you would still be functional.
That is amazing.
It's the same with the warrior or the defender program up there, the one that I was trying to offer Bug Vader. She motions over to the ones that have the more metallic arms and legs. They're made in a way to where they can keep going even if somebody tried to stop them. The vanity set is not as strong as most regular copybots. However, again, the realism is uncanny. Like, she's just looking over you. Like, yeah, like, wow.
Like, damn, girl. Then what do I do? I cannot just walk around nude.
Well, yes, I was supposed to bring some sort of clothes for you, but I completely forgot. I am running on like 3 hours of sleep after all. We can probably find something. Hold on. As she starts looking around, she makes her way over toward Dr. Coda as she's just like taps on his shoulder. Give it. Yeah, what? What do you your jacket, give it.
I need clothes.
He looks over. Oh, yes, of course. Oh. He just fucking strips his jacket off, takes the pin of his name out of it, and just like tosses it over to her, and just turns his way away from you. It's like, oh, right, sorry, oh god. Thank you. She makes her way back over. It's a little bit revealing, but he is a little bit larger than you. Should be able to cover things down there for at least a little bit. She hands you the lab coat.
Thank you.
It seems to go down quite a bit. However, it does not button all the way down. It is a lab coat, so it's a lot longer than like his torso would have been.
It doesn't button completely around the boob area.
As she sits there, she just kind of looks at you. Do you mind if I try something? Again, this was kind of the reason I wanted to ask you to be in one of those. It's probably best to try it here than anywhere else. Do you want to try it out?
Of course. What is it?
She motions over to her pin. You know what this is, right?
Is the pin?
You remember she gave that to Bug Vader, and Bug Vader was immediately ejected out of his copybot.
Yeah.
That ejected Bug Vader from the copy body was in.
I've not really tried them out on a higher tier model. I wanted to see if it would work. These things are supposed to be able to be resistant to EMPs. I doubt that whatever I do to it with this could even affect it. But it's best to do it here just in case you need to jump right back in, right?
I guess so. Last time it sent Bug Vader into the network, and unfortunately I've yet to know my way around it.
I'm asking you this just to make sure, because again, last time I did it, and Alan got mad at me, so I wanted to make sure that if I did it this time, I at least had your permission. She takes the pin off of her shirt. She hands it over towards you. Do you take it?
Yeah, she'll take it.
She drops it into your hands, and you blow up! I'm kidding. Nothing happens.
Oh.
You take it into your hands. It just kind of like hits the back of it. She's like, not gonna lie, I'm a little upset.
That it didn't work?
She looks over toward Dr. Coda. Well, of course it wouldn't work. You people over at Scilabs don't think you have the technology to go against our copybots, do you? You know you work here too, right? Yeah. Funny. He doesn't do that. Anyway.
Details.
He just goes back to his sandwich. Oh well, she takes it back out of your hands. Better not hold on to this too long. If it doesn't work on you immediately, it might work on you gradually. I need to make sure now that I have this information to make this a little bit stronger next time.
Now that I think about it, I cannot just wear Dr. Coda's lab coat all day.
Oh, I'll take you back, and I'll get you something to wear from there.
Will I be able to fit in your clothes?
What's that supposed to mean?
Well, one time I had considered borrowing Miss Toki's clothes, but she was shorter in stature than I am. So I could not, but I borrowed Night Bunny's. I do have my own clothes at home.
Do you want to make your way there in the lab coat?
It is probably not the best idea.
I guess there's nothing for it then. Come on, let's go. We'll get you something to wear, and then we'll head over to Martin's.
Are you okay with seeing him?
Why wouldn't I?
You're right. Why would you? You are best friends.
She raises an eyebrow at that.
He told me you were his best friend.
Yeah, okay, sure. All right. Anyway.
Blank, blank.
Come on, let's get you something so that you don't get oogled at over on the train ride there. As she goes to leave, she just calls back to Dr. Coda. You're welcome, Doctor.
Wait, why are you saying what? Wait, what? I am confused.
I am Confucia.
As she just sort of leaves, like taking you along with her. She takes you back as she does. Bug Vader.
Hello.
You make your way back into the network of Alan's mother. As you do, you notice that Yome, you have been given some clothes by Alan's mom. They seem to fit well enough, but they're not as good. They're not as good for you as normal. She is a little bit taller than you, as well as like. She doesn't give you any of her accessories or anything like that, because there are, a couple of differences when it comes to any sort of like weight and things of that nature. But you are able to get into a somewhat less revealing general outfit. From there, Bug Vader shows up on the screen.
Hello.
Oh, Darth. Welcome back.
Is everything okay, Bug Vader?
Yeah,
Do you
everything's.
have
No,
Do you have the check?
the what?
The what?
The check. We helped out. You helped out Dr. Walter. So
Oh yeah, I got that. Okay, right.
The money.
You guys look over. You notice one of the copy bots is just holding on to a check.
oh, there it is.
She looks back up. She looks back up to you. Up to you, Bug Vader. So Darth, looking at Yome. Do you notice anything different?
Should I be a total guy?
Do you want to piss off Alan's mom?
Should I be a total guy? Can I roll scan?
Go for it.
Alright, no inspiration. Let's do this.
Do you want to be a guy or do you want to be a bro?
So that's a 9.
Scan's a 2.
That's an 11. What do you think?
I think?
What?
I'm just imagining Bugs like pointing you over toward like the copy bots, like, there's 2 over there. She's still there.
Vader?
Maybe he's not the most perceptive.
He's never been very interested in.
Oh, the copy bot.
She's decided to take me up on getting into one of the vanity units.
Mm-hmm.
What about you? What about you, Darth? Have you thought about taking up my offer for the Defender unit?
I'm still thinking about it.
Of course. Did you see anything you liked, by the way?
Meaning.
Back in the room. She seems to be
okay?
she seems to be referring to the emails.
Okay. Okay.
Will, are you okay?
I'm fine. And
Okay.
anyway,
She's hinting that she knows that you looked through her email.
I know that. I'm just trying to remember the email to see if there's anything besides the whole docs thing.
You only looked through one of the emails, so there wasn't really a lot into it other than stuff about Alan.
Just confirmed some thoughts that the director likes Alan too much.
You're pretty forthright with saying that you were snooping through my things.
Look, Vader.
It's okay. I knew he would.
Look, we both care about Alan. I'm gonna snoop for it. What up?
I assumed you said the right thing whenever Quakeman didn't come back and tell me of anything. But it's still rather interesting. The both of you, I find, how can I put it, a bit naive, but not bad.
Naive.
You were both able to get away with what you did because, well, I mean, I'm a nice person. But it was still, even after I made such a bad first impression, the both of you still seemed to go along with whatever I had in store for you, as if I wouldn't do something else. I feel like you are a couple of kids, and that's not a bad thing.
You're a kid. I'm kidding.
Mm. I mean, that is technically correct. We've only been around for about a month.
I mean, technically, you guys have been conscious for a lot longer than that. And then, before with your other lives that you had. Anyway.
Yeah, but she doesn't know about that. Pretty sure she doesn't know about that part.
Who knows, man? But as she just kind of sits there, I'm glad that you're not infallible, I guess is the best thing. That's mostly what I wanted to figure out through my tests. I wanted to see if you were curious, I wanted to see if you were devious, and in the end, you both were. Congratulations.
Does that mean we get your approval?
You get my allowance.
What does that mean?
I allow you to be around Alan. For now, it takes a little bit more than a day for me to give my full approval. But the both of you are, in any aspect of the word, not a threat. And I think that that's perfectly fine. As long as you're not threatening to me and you're not threatening to Alan, then you're nice to have around him. With that being said, Darth, we're going to be making our way back over toward Martin's. Do you think you can go and see if he's there or not?
Sure.
If he is there, just let us know. If he's not there, then I guess do the same. You can come with us if you want. I don't think that that'd be something very interesting to you, though.
So which one's Martin?
Alan's dad.
Mm-hmm.
No, I don't think Vader ever learned.
Alan's father.
Oh. So he has a name.
Just jump over there and see if he's there. If he is, come back and let us know. If he isn't, come back and let us know. If you want to come with us, you definitely can. I wouldn't mind having somebody to come with us, especially since Yome is going to be in a vanity unit. It'd be nice to have somebody around who, well, if we run into any trouble, could just kind of lift them up and throw them across the yard.
Wouldn't copybots not be allowed to do that? Or is the Defender model an exception to that rule?
Those are the right questions to ask, aren't they, Yome?
Damn it, Yomi, why'd you have to ask the right questions?
Why do you think they're called the Defender model, first off, Yome?
To defend?
They're the models that we hand out to the different members of the police, as well as other forms of private defense defense areas. I believe that even... Never mind, actually. But I believe that it'd be something that you would enjoy at some level, Bug Vader. But if you want to wait a little bit longer, I can respect that. But still, do you want to make your way over and see if he's there, please?
Right. He's gonna do so.
Thank you. Bzz. Bzz. You and Bug make your way over toward Alan's house. As you both do, you make your way through all of the different parts of the house. You're not able to see any sight of Alan's dad. However, you do notice that two things are potentially problematic upon coming back to the house. You notice that as you came in, the television is still on, and one of the doors is cracked.
Cracked open or cracked?
Cracked open.
Okay.
As in, he might not have shut it all the way. You can shut it from here if you'd like, or you can make one last pass around the house. What do you want to do?
Pass around the house.
Roll me scan.
Alright.
Put in inspiration.
But he has such a nice inspiration-like circle over here.
No. Get rid of this big one. Why do you have a big one?
That's the
Because
center.
I wanted a big one.
Because that's the center.
There's a potential threat in the house, Bug Vader. Ooh. $15 was highest roll.
15 plus 2. Bug Vader, you begin looking around the house. Nothing seems odd. However, you are able to get into Alan's PC and look out through Alan's room. You notice that Alan's room is also open.
Oh boy.
Nothing seems to be in there. Again, just from what you can see through the monitors, but Alan's door does appear to be open.
He's gonna see if someone was going through Alan's shit.
With a 17, unfortunately, you weren't able to get much of anything. You are still in the monitor. You aren't like actually walking around, so that's the problem.
That's not good.
Do you want to go to close the door?
Well, he wants to leave things as they were, not alert anyone if there is anyone that's not Martin here.
From what you can tell, you can't seem to find anybody.
He's gonna immediately go back and state his findings in a worry.
Zoop. Zoop. You make your way back. As you do, you bring it to them. Was Martin there?
I couldn't find him. But,
Well, that's good.
but there is one thing that's concerning.
Hmm?
Alan's room was completely open.
Alan's room was open.
Yeah.
She doesn't really seem to be too shocked over that. Okay, did Martin go in there or something?
I don't see him as the type.
Well, nobody
That's
could
why
have got in the house, right?
That's what I'm worried about.
Do you want to tell us if the door of the house was open?
That you didn't close it?
Well, he said he was going to try to leave it the way it was, so that it didn't alert
Oh.
anybody. But yeah, do you want to tell them that the front door to the house was open?
Yeah, I kept things as they were so I wouldn't alert them. I wanted to let you know first before I start closing things.
That is odd.
I'll call Toki. I'll see if I can get her to get over there. It's going to take us a little bit.
Mhm.
She's
go
at
back
school.
there.
Never mind. Let's head over there.
Mhm.
I'm gonna see if I can find anyone.
Okay, we'll make our way there then.
Mhm.
She looks to Bug Vader, but then just she kind of opens her mouth and just kind of shuts it. Like, okay, you do that. She starts making her way to the exit. Do you go to follow?
I will follow.
The two of you make your way outside of Scilabs. As you guys leave Scilabs, you kind of like wave goodbye to Quakeman, because Quakeman's just like out in the open, just like, hi guys, not now, Quakeman. Okay, bye.
Okay, be safe.
I can't ride on the train.
I'm too big for the train. I want to go in one. Choo choo.
It takes you guys a little bit close to like 45 minutes or so to get back to the house. As you guys get on the train and eventually get there, Bug Vader, you stay over at the house. You don't find anything while you're there. Again, just staying there, looking around at everything. Nothing seems to come at you. Nothing seems to like make any noises. Not even any of the Mr. Progs are saying anything's up.
Gonna check on the progs.
You make your way over toward the Mr. Progs. As you do, is there any Mr. Prog in particular you're going towards?
The front door one.
Okay. I love how there's just like Mr. Prog plus one and stuff like that. The front door ones are camera and alarm. They're just kind of looking over at you. Oh, hello. We are Mr. Prog. Well, actually, I am named Camera, and I am Alarm.
So what happened here?
What do you mean?
Door was open.
It was? Looks
Yeah.
over to Alarm. Oh, somebody opened the door.
When was this?
Looks to Camera. Looks to Alarm. They both look back at you. Are you sure the door was open?
Oh my god. They know nothing.
Yeah, this is not.
Dodge is just like, you had one job.
Yeah.
He's dead, Jim. He's dead. Daddy issues killed our daddy.
They're both just like looking at you like, are you sure?
Yeah. So you were probably unable to discern this when it happened.
Alarm looks over at Camera. I can't believe it. You don't have any records of who's coming in? Camera looks at Alarm. I don't believe it. You don't have any records of the door opening? They both look at each other.
They start fighting.
They start bapping at each other with their ears.
Calm down, you two. It's obvious something happened that caused the both of you to be incapacitated. Just make sure you keep doing your job well. It's not.
Allie and AJ come over and just like, what's going on over here?
Someone open Alan's door.
Let's not make this into it. Okay, it is a thing already, but let's not.
Well, these are the ones in charge of Alan's room.
Yeah, they're in charge of Alan's door.
So, do you know what happened? Do you know when Alan's door was opened?
What? Alan's door was opened?
Yeah,
Allie looks to AJ. Is Alan's doors open? He looks. Oh, yes, I believe it is. Someone's opened Alan's door.
Yep, and yep.
They were just looking at you.
Does anyone remember any moment like a bright light blacking out?
Would you like to roll me for your just roll me a straight D20, Will? I want to see if you can remember something about the security system here. 14. You do remember that one prog in particular was supposed to be a updated model and a more updated prog than the others.
Wasn't that Martin's?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Alright, can anyone lead me to the father's prog, Martin's?
Well, I don't know. We probably shouldn't leave Alan's room in case somebody tries to open his door.
It's literally the one we couldn't rename because he wouldn't let us rename him.
I'll find it myself then.
Good luck. You make your way over toward Alan's dad's door. Alan's dad's doors. As you do, you find what appears to be Daddy Gate and Mr. Prog plus one. As Daddy Gate's just kind of like sitting there, like kicking his little feet, like la 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 la. Mr. Prog plus one looks at you. Hello, I am Mr. Prog.
Hey, there seems to have been a situation that happened earlier. Do you know what's up?
There was an intruder.
That's what I figured. Do you know why the other Mr. Progs don't know anything? Something happened?
I believe their firmware was rewritten. It does not seem to have done any permanent damage.
What information can you give me?
I am not able to give you much information, as my job is only to guard this door. However, I will tell you that there was an intruder in the house. I believe he left around. He starts like just kind of like looking up. His eyes like start separating. 15 minutes ago.
15 minutes ago. All right, that's useful information.
He's just kind of like standing there. Is there anything else?
So the front door was open. Alan's door was open. Anything else that is there anything misplaced? Were there any bright lights for the firmware updates? Or...
Are you asking him? I believe that there was an intruder in the house as well as an intruder in the network.
So a duo?
Potentially a net operator and a net Navi.
Did you get a look at any of them?
Unfortunately, I did not. They did not come anywhere near my jurisdiction. I do not have the correct protocols to be able to watch the entire house. I only watch this door and make sure nobody opens this door.
Did anyone open the door?
Nope. They tried to open the door, but I stopped them.
All right. Thank you for your time, and thank you for your job, and we're gonna figure things out.
I hope that you do well. As he goes back to his little area and just kind of stands there. You have new information. Would you like to wait for the others to get there now?
I don't think I have much of a choice. It's not like I have the mother's PET.
Yeet! They're now here. Yome.
Yeah.
You and Alan's mother seems to show up at the door. However, not as you try to go into the area, it seems to stop you from going in. Again, you are connected to Savannah's PET right now. As it appears like Alan's mom seems to bring her PET over toward the door. It seems to open up for her. As you hear from them from the thing. Hello, Mrs. Or blah, blah, blah. Hello, ma'am. As the door opens.
Follow.
Someone's opened the door. The two of you make your way into the living room. As you do, Bug Vader, you appear on the still working television, because again the TV was on the entire time.
So here's the rundown.
What happened?
Fade to black as he explains everything I just got.
Did you get all that, Squeaky?
A operator and a net Navi. They didn't get close enough to Alan's dad's door for it to entirely record everything.
The Navi didn't get close enough to the door. However, he did say the door was had tried to be opened.
Yeah, the door had tried to be opened. There were two intruders. At the time when Bug Vader checked on them, it was 15 minutes ago. Now it's probably a little bit more because of how long it took Alan's mom and Yoma to get there.
Yeah, it probably took you guys another 15 minutes to get there.
So they've been there. So this was half an hour ago. And that's that thing of like, she sees the TV is on, the door's cracked open.
Intruders. I know Mr. Garnet was here earlier today.
We should check and see if anything's up with Alan's room.
Yes. I'll go look.
I'll come with you.
She gonna go upstairs.
Let's go, Darth. We'll meet you there.
To the room.
I love how she's just gonna keep saying it until somebody says something.
What?
Don't worry about it. Anyway.
Oh yeah, Darth Vader. Yeah.
As you guys get yourselves into Alan's room, you begin.
It's like too late at this point. We're deep in.
It's too deep. It'll be awkward.
I'll have to legally.
Maybe when you have a heart-to-heart conversation with her, maybe she'll realize that she should call you by your actual name.
No, she doesn't know it.
I've said it to her. I've said it in front of her countless times.
I heard Darth Vader first. That's the one I'm going with.
Yeah, so she's just doing it because she can, because you haven't told her not to.
Well, maybe you're the one giving the nickname.
Yeah.
Who knows, man? I can't call him Bug Vader. That's apparently your pet name.
Or maybe she's thinking you're talking about Bug and Vader, thinking Darth Vader's the full name of Vader.
Sure,
Yeah,
let's
man.
go with that. That's possible. Looking around Alan's room now.
The two of you start to look around Alan's room. Go ahead and give me a scan, Squeaky.
Okay.
And as you're rolling that scan, tell me what you're looking around for.
She's gonna make sure that, she's gonna make sure his desk has, anything on his desk has been moved around. She's gonna make
Like
sure
what?
that like his computer, his PET, anything that was related to his old PET.
Maybe some dark chips or something. I don't know. Something that someone
anything. Well, I feel like he would have taken his battle chips with him, but yeah, any battle chips that he might have left behind. The mate box, we want to make sure that's still there. I mean, the little flowery thingy from Lotus, make sure, like, any like tech that he has there, anything that he was working with or tinkering around with.
His underwear.
Freaking make sure what his computer, any files that might have been tampered with, like that one.
Go ahead and roll me. Go ahead and roll me for. Go ahead and roll me for your scan.
Alrighty, I'm putting 3 inspiration. She's just like, if the way Bug Vader told her it was like someone interfered with them, her first thought was shudder. 19. Thank you for not being a 4. 10. 11. Man, my tummy hurts. And a 1. So 19 is my highest roll. My tum-tum really hurts. Can I take potty break?
Yeah, go ahead.
I need tum-tum.
You go do that. Guys, we're going to take a slight potty break. I might do one of those 60-second ab break thingies. We'll see how that works. And once that's done, if she isn't here, we can all yell at her. How about that? Let's do that. Let's go ahead and do that really quick, guys, and I'll see you guys in just a minute. Those of you who are immune to it, we'll talk while that happens, I guess. All right, we're counting down from the minute. Who all's still here? I need to know who's immune to this. Who's immune to this power that I have? You're immune? Good job, Han. I believed in you. Same, Dodge, you're immune? Ah, you guys are immune. It's sub-only chat, boys. Apparently. Oh, didn't get the ad either, Kevin. Oh, weird. Apparently everybody's immune. Okay, cool.
Ad block. Ad block.
Probably. I don't know, man. Maybe it's also just Twitch not being able to do like these things very well. Who's to say, my dude? Who is to say?
Me. Ad block.
Sure you ran it? Yeah, it's counting down. Says there's 12 seconds remaining. Cannot stop us, Blue. We are Legion. You're immune? You didn't see any ad? That's fine. I just wanted... That's actually very interesting. It's good to know. It's good to know that you guys are immune. It says completed. Here's the thing. As long as you guys are immune, then we can keep doing that, and people who jump into the chat don't have to fucking have any ads right when they come in. That's actually amazing. Hell yes. We good, boys. Because now for like the next like half hour or so, I think that if you guys try to like refresh or anything like that, there shouldn't be any ads anymore. So that's really cool. if everything works the way it seems to work with Twitch. Ugh, I'm gonna go over here and grab some apple juice, and by apple juice I mean something ungodly. Hey, Will, should we tell him about our little project?
Which one?
The one about the apple juice, the cranberry grape juice, and the G Fuel.
Don't put my name.
You were part of the research group.
I didn't agree or disagree with it. I was just listening. I'm at most a witness. But I will not testify. I like to remain anonymous.
And obviously that will continue to be the case.
Yes.
That certainly sounds ungodly. Oh, yes, it is. 100% it is. You guys should know I don't have a great sweet tooth. This is so sweet it might hurt. I don't know. Like, it seems to have calmed down a bit in the fridge, but like, ugh, it's still very weird. But I don't want to like throw it away. You know, you can't throw away good juice, my dudes. Oh, did you do that to yourself? I don't know. Insta tooth rot? No, it's not insta tooth rot. It is definitely sweet. I've had sweeter drinks. I'm just not a big sweet tooth person. It kind of tastes like a soda, like as far as sweetness is concerned. I don't usually drink a lot of like regular sodas anymore. I usually only drink like Diet Pepsi, which has no sugar in it. So I'm not used to the taste anymore. It just tastes like a little bit sweeter of a soda, like kind of like maybe like an orange soda, only without the flavor. It's weird. It is very weird. What was it? Iron Brew? No, it was apple juice, cranberry juice, grape juice, and a little bit of G Fuel. It was fucking crazy is what it was.
I agree with the crazy.
And it looks horrible. It looks like I killed somebody.
You can say many things about it, but don't insult the looks of your bastard baby.
Do people still remember my son? Do you remember my son, Will? Should I show you my son? I'm gonna give you a picture of my son. Is that fine?
I'm pretty sure we have the same son, and it's set right now because it's night.
No. Shut your stupid mouth. All right, so. Where is he? Will, where's he at? What have you done with my son?
I don't even know who your fucking son is.
Where's my son?
I probably beat them thinking there was someone else's.
Is it in channel? It might be in channel. There he is. This is my son Chet. I'll put it in the Discord chat. That's my son Chet. I'll put it. You know what? I'll put it in the chat as well, guys.
Since they're not my son, what a ugly fucking baby.
Hey, don't you talk to my son like that. Do you guys remember Chet Sumner? Or Chet Sumner? He's my son. He's my son Chet. I have a son and I have a daughter. I have a daughter named Stream and a son named Chet. Otherwise known as Stream and Chat. But you know, whatever. Here's my son Chet, guys. Remember my son?
Oh, that one. We don't talk about that one.
I love how people's response isn't "oh him," it's "oh that."
So, oh god, I'm back now. Fucking, how are you liking the show, Dan Avidan from the Game Grumps?
Hold on, I have to show everybody, just so people remember, I have to show everybody my daughter as well. Because we have my daughter Stream and my son Chet, otherwise known as Chat. Do-do-do.
I got paid for that.
There she is. No, wait, is that her or is the other one her? I think, which one was the one done by Fomal? I think this one did. No, that's the one that Fomal did. That one's fucking crazy. Here's the one I think that, like, is in between those two. And here's my daughter's stream. Yeah. There's my daughter's stream, and then there's my son, Chet.
I thought she was called Sumner.
No, that's our last name, Squeaky. Sumner. Sumner. Chet Sumner and Stream Sumner.
Okay.
And I am Sumner-san, otherwise known as the Flower Shop Kid.
Okay.
Let's not worry about this anymore. All right, so... With that being said, you guys make your way back, and you roll your 19, Squeaky.
Yes.
As you look around the room, you do notice that a couple of things seem a little bit out of place. You notice that the flower has been moved, and seems to have changed from the lotus that was left there to what appears to be a black rose.
That wasn't set in there. That was never a setting.
It was not an option, no. Rose was an option, but not the color black. As you look around, you also see that one of Alan's drawers have been opened. But you're not sure if Alan would have had left that open or not. You notice
Depends
that
on what was in the first drawer.
It's not the first drawer. It was I believe it is the second drawer that is open. You notice that Alan's bed has been made. You're not sure if Alan made that himself or if anybody else had done that. However, the one thing you do notice is that a few things of Alan's are missing from the room.
Oh God.
Some of his random tech over in the corner is missing. Some of the things he just kind of had like in his little garbage pile of shit. As well as the mate box is missing.
My mate box!
You're what now?
She looks at her and she realizes what she just said.
She just like raises an eyebrow like,
A device, an important device called a mate box. It's where Alan accrued some of my data. It's missing.
Missing? Why would it be missing?
I don't know. Some of Alan's stuff is missing. Some things have been moved around. That shouldn't even be able to do that.
Points to the black rose.
She just kind of like walks her way over there like, it's made of biotech, right? Shouldn't it be able to do anything like this?
The buttons were red rose, lily, lotus. Black rose was never an option. It was a red rose. I remember because I played with it.
So the buttons didn't have those, but obviously the biotech can do what it needs to do. So it was probably something that was programmed in then.
It looks like it might have been tampered with, though. Bug Vader did say that the progs seem to have been tampered with to some extent as well. I only know of one net Navi who could do that.
Well, then we have our culprit. Who is it?
Shudder, Kane's Navi. It is the only one I can think of off the top of my head. And why he would come here when he should be in school is... Well, he can't get to Alan because he's being protected by someone today. But I don't know why he would...
The prog should have said something if something out of the ordinary were to happen.
But Shudder can rewrite...
You said that it was that kid's Navi, right?
Shudder can...
Darth.
can bypass...
Yeah.
Ask the progs if Alan has come into his room.
He's going to do so.
Then you've noticed, right?
You
That
make
Shudder
your way
looks...
out as you do. You ask the progs if Alan has been into the room. Oh yeah, Alan came in here a little bit ago.
How long?
About. They look to each other. About 45 minutes ago.
He returns this information.
And of course I would have noticed. That thing walks around in that vanity bot all the time. I'd be a fool not to notice. Okay.
I'm sorry. I'm sorry.
I don't think that's very healthy. I mean, we don't know what actually is in the water of that black rose, but whatever. You do you, I guess.
No, there's a can of Pepsi still here. I've always wanted to drink Pepsi.
That almost entirely confirms it.
The prog said he was here 45 minutes ago. Bug Vader says that about 30 minutes ago was whenever something had left or tried to open that door. So I'm guessing they were only in here for around 15 minutes, which means they knew exactly what they were coming in here for.
But why would they want some random Strome tech that Alan has in his room? Whatever was in this drawer and my mate box. The mate box isn't even functional. I mean, it somewhat is, but there's a very powerful virus in it.
Did Kane or Shutter know about this?
I think Shutter does know. Because Shutter hacked me once.
Looks at you.
I didn't even know I had this data inside me, but when Alan ran diagnostics, it was found within me, right, Bug Vader?
Yeah.
I have no memory of the entity inside, but it is the one that killed us. I don't know why they would steal it for that, though. It's a powerful
Did you keep
virus.
any of the data?
Yes, we kept some of the... It looked like there was a surveillance camera in the mate box, even though there's no way there could be. We did save it onto the PC, though, and it doesn't seem like it's been tampered with.
Bring it up on the menu.
I will try to do that. Beep, boop, boop,
Bug
beep.
Vader had left the data here, so all the pictures are on Alan's computer. As you bring up the picture of Miss Toki, I'm kidding.
No, that was password protected. That one's still password protected.
It's like, oh my god, Toki. Anyway, but no, you bring up the pictures of the about 5 or 6 shots you have of a somewhat low budget camera taking pictures around a fiery landscape. And as this happens, like, oh, welcome to hell. As she begins looking around, that's whenever the fox-ish version of Yome seems to show up, seems to notice said camera, and immediately seems to vor it. As she looks at it. Interesting. I don't know what this means. But obviously there was something in there. And whatever it was feeding data from there to you. And if Shutter or Kane got a hold of that knowledge, then I guess they would have came and got it. Obviously that means they could potentially track it. Which means... I'm not very good at this, though. Let's take these pictures back home.
Yeah, we can make a copy.
When you do that, she looks around.
Martin was here earlier, though. I paid him a visit on my way back from Scilabs.
Yeah, that was a couple of hours, though, right?
Yes, but he... Did he say he was doing anything today? He said he was going to probably go out.
Not until you said, not until he said you want me to look into something.
He probably went out to look into something that caught his curiosity, but I I feel like even Marksman would let him know that the door was left open. Well, maybe they did close the door. Shutter can
If Alan was
shut.
if Alan was here, he could have easily gotten through any of the defenses. If something like that was happening and they just had to rewrite things to make Shutter seem like Alan, then things are easy enough to get into. All they'd have to do at that point is open up the door.
Yeah.
It's hard to do something like that, but with the right circumstances, we're going to have to figure something out about this Kane kid. He's stepped out of line a little bit too much now. If this is him, however, I'm not going to jump to conclusions. But if
Well,
this is him, I will talk to the director.
there must also be a way he might not be at school.
I'll send a word over to Miss Toki and see if he's there.
What do we do now? Alan doesn't have his PET. The only way we can contact him is Savannah.
She stops for a second and looks back to you. There may be a problem. My security is the same way as this house. We should get back.
Yes.
Do you guys want to start heading back?
Yeah. Wait, my clothes. You gotta get my clothes.
Who needs that? Don't worry. Get over here. Let's go. I'm kidding.
Wait a minute. This is like, wait, my shopping bag of clothes.
You wanna grab a it's no longer in the shopping bag at this point. You'd have to actually get the clothes from wherever they're stashed in here.
Fucking just.
So we'll take a little bit more time, I guess, to grab your clothes.
Just grab bag.
You know, whatever. It's not like we're on a time or anything. Whatever.
It's 3 minutes. We're going. We came here with an initial purpose. I have to hold my boobs because they'll jiggle everywhere. Don't look at me like that. I was holding my boobs while I was bouncing.
You guys make your way back. Bug Vader, do you want to make your way back to the home network of Alan's mother?
Yes.
Okay.
If possible, I'd like to transition because I'm like.
That's fine, dude.
Yeah.
Don't worry about it. I'll talk to you later, man. You go lay down. You sounded like you've been tired for a while.
I tried. I really.
Don't worry. I'll carry the last hour and a half.
Good night, my dude.
I shall also play Bug Vader.
Yeah.
It's okay. Yeah. I got Bug Vader. Don't worry. I can totally control this.
Yeah.
He goes back to the freaking apartment network.
And then he explodes. I'm playing.
Yep.
You guys start to make your way back toward the Scilabs. As you guys do, you make your way through the train network, stepping into the different trains. Like you see that she seems to be typing out toward Miss Toki. As she's doing so, she seems to look back over to you. It seems like Kane's been at school all day.
Then who could be accompanying Shutter?
If it even is still Shutter, it could be something we're not thinking about. She says that he was there. If we can't trust Miss Toki's eyes, then we can't really trust anything. She just kind of shrugs. Come on.
Yeah.
You guys make your way into the train as she just kind of like sits there. She seems to be racking her brain trying to figure out exactly what's going on. As she sits there, I know that what we have is a good amount of security. It makes sense that a bot like Shutter would be the only one that would be able to go through something like this. It's not like we are lax or anything. However, if it is something else, some other sort of Navi, then I don't really know how to really find it. Not to mention, if they were to get through into the home networks and go for that thing in particular, it should be Shutter, right?
Well, Shutter can also act on his own. He only does what Kane tells him, so... Well, because he's Kane's Navi, not because Kane has control over him. He's very independent.
But can he be in two places at once? They said there was a Navi and a person there.
He can manipulate security systems.
But can he be in two places at once? If they said a Navi was in there, that's different than him manipulating the security.
I do not know the extent of Shutter's hacking ability, but I feel that if anyone can find a way to do it, it could be Shutter. I just do not know how.
She just puts her hand on her head.
There is another Navi though. Shutter rewrote the Navi of another friend of Kane's named Brad. I do not know if maybe he was disguised.
Imagine this entire conversation, but Yome couldn't say anything.
What?
No, I'm just saying. Imagine that happening.
Oh, but she's saying this right now, right?
Yes, definitely. But imagine what would have happened if you hadn't taken care of that.
Oh, that would suck.
Anyway.
Brad's family Navi has been rewritten. He has certain protocols, like not being around when they are together, and having an administrator password that not even Brad seems to be aware of. I know for a fact that Shutter had rewritten him. I do not know if that could explain the two places at once, but...
If he had Brad's Navi with him, Brad's Navi could either be in the copy bot or in the network. It would explain how two things would be there. However, it still wouldn't get over the fact that both Brad and Kane are in school. They would need them, wouldn't they? No, I guess Alan's going through without it today.
Brad didn't seem to have his PET with him today this morning when he picked up Alan.
Did he
not?
I did not see it on him, and I know it is a family Navi. Brad doesn't have much of an interest in...
That's a big jump because I didn't say anything like that. But
no,
he does not. He does not have it on his. He does not have it on his token, I guess.
I mean, did it look like he had it? Because when he was talking to Alan and looking at his hands, he wasn't holding a PET. Because he wrote notes all over his hands.
Doesn't mean he doesn't have a PET, Squeaky.
Okay, did we see? She just said she doesn't think he had one, but it's a family PET, so the assumption is he wouldn't always have it with him, would he?
He goes to school with the Navi every day.
Okay, fine. He probably had it. I don't know.
There you go.
He probably had
I'll tell
it.
you now, he had his PET.
Okay.
But there's no way for you to know he had his PET, I guess. But there's also no reason for you to think he didn't have his PET.
Okay, I worded it wrong.
Anyway.
That's it. That's it.
He probably had his PET on him, but the Navi is programmed to not be around when he is with his friends.
We'll have to see. We'll have to see. Check how things are. She kind of leans back in the train, looking up. Quakeman should be at home, so it should be fine.
I mean, Shutter did tamper with the door once, though. While you were working and Alan was working on his PET, Kane, Donovan, and Brad came over, and I had locked the door because I didn't want to allow Kane in. And I know I locked that door when I closed it. When I went to tell Alan, it was suddenly open and they let themselves in.
Like I said, the door's supposed to open for Alan. I guess that's one proof that he can get through that.
Mm.
Well, I'll be sure to mess with that whenever today's over.
Mm-hmm.
Either way, it takes you guys another about 30-45 minutes to get there.
Yeah.
Again, leaving from the house to the train, getting on the train, waiting for the train, getting all the way there. It takes you around 45 minutes to get back up to the Scilab room.
Yeah.
As you guys go there, you don't see Quakeman in the
screen.
in the outside. Whenever you guys pass by going into Scilab building, he seems to be doing his work elsewhere. You guys make your way all the way up from the bottom floor all the way up to the apartment, and upon coming up from the apartment, you guys make it there with Bug Vader. Bug Vader goes, otherwise known as he hasn't noticed anything up.
We should check Alan's room.
She makes her way toward Alan's room, just kind of like opens the door. Upon the door opening, she seems to look around at the area. You notice something, Yome.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
You both rush into the room, not really thinking about things. You're on the side where the evil tape would be. Remember, she had only moved it off to the side. However, you seem to be standing a lot closer to it than usually can.
Is this normal?
Points at the tape.
She looks down toward the tape and then back to you. Yeah, the vanity, remember? She makes
right.
She makes her way over. A lot of that is supposed to symbolize realism. It wouldn't really be that good if you had to be stopped by something like that. Again, EMPs, my badge, things like that, they don't seem to get through to you.
Wouldn't that also further prove that it could have been Shutter, since he is almost always in a vanity?
Potentially, but we don't have any sort of tape like that really around. There's nothing like that back at the house, and these are all moved.
And
she would look for you.
She would look to where the PET is supposed to be.
The PET's there?
Hey, how's its update screen looking?
You guys make your way over toward it. The update seems to be around 90%.
Thank goodness it's still here.
As the two of you look down toward it. Yeah, this is Alan's big project. We don't want anything bad to happen to it. She looks around. His bed seems fine. Nothing else seems to be doing anything. This place is just how we left it. Also, what are you doing? There you are. There you go.
Oh, yeah.
Or you could be in the other one if you want to.
No, we'll wait.
You want to stay in this one?
Yeah, we'll stay in this one for now.
Okay. As she just starts looking around. Let me check my room real quick. She makes her way there. She steps in. She looks around. She seems to come out with the helmet. Everything seems fine. God, this thing's heavy.
Why did you take it out of your room?
I'm gonna go take it back to the lab. Now that I notice somebody can go through this place, I don't want it to be anywhere near here.
Understandable. I can stay here while you do that.
Could you help me with this?
Or I could take it to your office.
Thank you very much.
Yes, I will go do that.
It's like she's like looking like she's struggling. She's like, "Can you please?"
Yeah, she'll take it.
You take it into your hands. As you do, you notice first off that this copybot is not as strong as the one you were in before. So you do somewhat strain to hold this thing up. However, that also kind of like gives you a bit more of a feeling in your arms. Like for the first time, you kind of feel the straining of muscle as like you're there. It again feels very real. Like you haven't had a lot of time without like freaking out to take in the vanity bot, but
Yeah,
you can even feel kind of like, again, the constricting of your muscles and things like that.
it's a thing of like,
Oh, this has some weight. I wonder how carrying Alan would be in this.
I guess you'll
He's-
have to find out.
He sprained his ankle once.
Mm-hmm.
yep, yep. Not taking this hole any further. Drop this off here.
As you go to leave, she's just like, "I'll wait for you here. I'm gonna redo a bunch of the security protocols.
Yeah.
Just take it by there and set it down near my desk."
Yes. Boop boop.
Yome,
Yes.
you make your way back toward her office. Upon getting there, the door somewhat opens. However, you hear a voice behind the door. Bing. Do you want to just go right in, or do you want to stay where you are?
She's gonna take a minute or so to listen to what's going on behind this door.
Roll me scan.
Okay. Oh, Leome, it's time to be what you're good at. Fucking nosy. This is what you're good at, Yome. You're fucking nosy. Let's do this shit. Fucking 3 inspiration. Do it well. Do it well, my girl. 15.
15's pretty good.
19.
19's okay, I guess. Go ahead and waste all your high rolls on this one. 14.
I know, right?
Last one. Get rid of all of them. Get rid of have another one. There you go.
13. Nah, man, it's the fucking dice god. They need their sacrifice. Oh, fuck, I'm running low again.
As you make your way there, you step to the door. However, you hear in the background. Are you sure? I mean, no, I'm not saying. I feel things might be too soon. No. I understand. Yes, we took care of everything downstairs. Could we... maybe one more day? Yes. Thank you. Nothing else seems to come from the other side?
She walks right in, just kind of like, she's just like, takes that deep breath and goes back into that high action. Oh man, I'm just running and suddenly, oh.
As you step in, you see that Quakeman turns over towards you with his very slow. It's like, oh, Miss Yome.
Good day, Quakeman. I am just here to.
Oh, you seem to have the madam's project in your hands.
Yes. She asked me to drop it off here. She feels the security in the apartment has been compromised slightly, so to keep this safe, she wanted it brought back to her office.
If you would like to place it in her chair there, we could also have it hooked in and locked.
Yes.
She has it specifically. She has the wire specifically there so that she can make sure that nobody walks off with this. I can't do it. I do not have any fingers.
Yes, of course. She didn't tell me to do that, though.
It's just a protocol that she usually does. If you do not wish to, that is fine. But if you wanted to bring it here, she obviously wants it to keep it safe. He motions over toward the cords coming from beneath her desk. You see again a very long, kind of thickish cord, similar to the one that she has in her room. As he points off toward it, just plug that into the bottom of the display port, please.
Sure, of course.
And I mean, if she recognizes that cable, that one, but she won't put anything.
That seems to be it. As soon as you put it in, it seems to somewhat lock in. As it does, he looks to you. This was one reason why I asked you not to touch the one that was inside of her room, you see. If you were to attempt to get through the lock that's there, it might have attempted to do something off toward the device or even set off the alarm. What kind of security risk have you seemed to have found?
Well, it seems like something has been compromised at Alan. And if how do I explain this? There is a Navi that can imitate Alan, and because of it, it can bypass certain security protocols put in
Oh,
place.
you were talking about Shudder.
Yes.
It can bypass the security protocols from looking like Alan?
Yes. He
That
has a
should not be
striking appearance.
possible.
He has a striking appearance to Alan.
I have noticed this upon seeing Alan for the first time.
So then there's also the matter of... It looks like his home was broken into, but according to the progs, it was just an intruder and Alan. But Alan is at school right now. There's no way he could have gone home, and some of his belongings are missing.
Interesting. Do you have any way of contacting Alan or potentially finding these objects that are missing? Anything at all that seemed to have came from them? If you were able to give me some sort of information, even the slightest bit of data, I could potentially try to track down the device in question.
You can track it down?
That is one of the protocols that I have as a solo Navi. One of the many things inside of me that makes up the bulk of this cyber body you see. I'm a pretty good tracker.
Can you meet us back at the apartment? I feel that maybe Miss Garnet might have a second opinion.
Of course.
Thank you.
I will go and return this copy bot post-haste. In fact, I could probably just allow it to return of its own accord.
Yes, please. This is rather urgent.
Be sure to lock this place up before you leave, then.
Of course.
One question, one moment. You see that his eyes seem to somewhat narrow as he looks up to the ceiling. You hear a somewhat booming voice from him throughout the room. Unrecognized Alan Garnet. He closes his eyes, opens them back up, and looks back to you. There. No one should be able to get in using the same tricks as before.
Okay.
I will meet you there in just a moment.
Sure. Thank you, Quakeman.
Quakeman seems to leave the bot. As he does, you see this thing seem to morph and change into what looks like even just a large, vehicle of some kind, as this copybot seems to look very large and very, again, just industrial. As it starts sinking down into the elevator, there, you know that he seems to have logged out from the bot.
Okay, well, I was gonna ask him how you lock this up, but I'm gonna assume that it's kind of like any old office?
Yep. You have...
Right.
It's very easy to do. You are a Navi, it's something you can easily do.
She's gonna leave the office, she's gonna make sure she locks it. We're gonna go... You go back to your apartment.
Boop. You start making your way back toward the apartment. As you do... Bing.
Not now, deaf man.
Excuse me. He is, mute, not deaf.
Tell me something I don't know. Oh wait, you can't. Let's go. No.
As you go to go past Dr. Walter, Dr. Walter seems to flag you down a little bit.
Yes?
As you see what appears to be a smile go across his face, and he does seem to give you a low bow before giving you a wave and continuing forward.
Bows back and continues on her way.
There you go.
Okay. Phew.
There was an encounter that had to happen.
Okay, sure.
It was very important, you see.
Okay.
You make your way into the room. As you do, you see what appears to be Miss Garnet, seemingly sitting down at her chair. Quakeman just standing, looming off behind her, as she looks up to you. Everything go well?
I plugged it in that cable that looks like the one in your room.
Thank you. Thank you for letting her know, Quakeman.
We've also made it so that anyone that looks like Alan cannot enter your office.
I wish that we didn't have to do that. I made it to where Alan Garnet was not recognized. However, he can still enter with anyone that is seemingly with you guys. So if you were to enter with him, or if either Yome or Bug Vader were to enter with him, it should still be fine. Even the Savannah that was here before should be fine. Understood. Oh, that does bring up the matter. As he seems to have his eyes narrow a bit, then look up again. Unrecognized. Kane. Abel. You see that she seems to look back. As she does, his father as well. He looks down toward her. You can never be too careful, miss. I guess you're right. Until we figure out what's going on.
Quakeman was telling me he could probably track the device if I was to give him some data from it.
Is that something you can do, Quakeman? Before I was coming to your service, I was very good at tracking. It's something like a bit of a sense that I have. He kind of brings up his arms as he just kind of looks down towards you. I send out waves throughout the net. If I'm able to find something of a similar wave pattern to some sort of data that you have, then I can potentially find what device you're looking for. Would be useful. Unfortunately, I can only do it in certain patches of areas. If I'm in the area, I could potentially find it. If I'm not, then I could find out what direction potentially I need to go. Do you think those pictures would do? She looks over to you.
We could give him one of them.
Give him the weird one that shows the uvula. I don't want to look at that one anymore.
Then it's just like, well, thankfully we made copies.
Yes, you guys did have a copy of all of them. You did say that specifically.
It's just like, she just looks at the just like at the copy of the picture of the uvula, and it's like,
You're just looking at it, it's like, is that what mine looks like?
Just like finds something slightly reflective, opens her mouth, just like
As the picture shows up on the screen behind, Bug Vader seems to motion to it, and Quakeman seems to look at it. Quakeman seems to see it and begin to narrow his eyes slightly toward it. This is a copy, correct?
Yes.
You do not mind if I destroy it then?
Yes, we have the originals.
I will need to destroy it to find its wave.
Yes, of course.
He seems to look over top of this thing as he sees this in front of him. He raises his hand up. He's like, I don't want to smash Yome. But I must smash Yome. Smash. Board.png.
and then he smashes it?
As he smashes down onto it, yep. Upon that happening, you guys see bits of data flying all around the area. It seems to hang there for a moment as he seems to smash the ground below it once more. The data seems to move around a little bit, almost again as if it's in some sort of a wave. As he looks to it, his eyes seem to go wide for a second as he looks back. I believe this is in Cynet.
Cynet?
Well, I keep saying Cynet, but not actual Cynet the company. Cynet the actual network.
Oh.
I believe that what you're looking for is in this building somewhere.
It could be in Kane's room. It's good to know that. Or it could be in the nursery.
The nursery?
Yes. Shudder loves the nursery. He frequents it a lot. It could be there, if not in Kane's own apartment.
Of course. He looks over towards you, kind of stands in front. As he does, he looks at you. If you would like, please go there. However, it could be dangerous if Shudder is there. But the two of you are in Vanity copybots, so it should be fine.
As long as he does not touch me, he should not be able to hack onto me further.
Should I go with you?
You know what? Just because of the situation, we're gonna say she's in.
Should I go with you, or should I wait here? In fact, she looks over toward Bug Vader. Actually, maybe we should stay. So that I have a reason for Bug Vader to stay here.
Yeah.
I'm playing.
I believe that if this really does involve Shudder, then I'm the one who should confront him. I will go.
Quakeman will be there if you need him. Just call out for him if you need. Quakeman, be in the network. Go over near the nursery net. If you hear anything about Yome, you have the passwords to the network.
Yes.
I will be at your beck and call, Yome. If you need me, please just call out Quakeman.
Of course, thank you. We should also maybe, in case I do get compromised again, maybe a different safe word just in case.
He thinks.
Oatmeal.
Oatmeal.
Yes, I want oatmeal.
I will bring you oatmeal.
No.
I meant that I was meaning, me. I would be oatmeal.
Yes.
Yes,
You are
I
oatmeal.
do get you. I understood what you were saying.
Okay, let us be off.
I believe this is just a misunderstanding from both of us.
This is our safe word, Quakeman. Oatmeal.
If I hear
can't
oatmeal, I'll come charging in.
I'll burst through this door with oatmeal. Me and Dan Abadan will be there. Me and Dan Abadan from the Game Grumps.
Quakeman logging out. Quakeman seems to go back into the Silent.
And we'll
Again, it's
run
so
like-
weird because I've only recently came to the idea where it's like I have a place called Cynet, or called SNet, and I have the Cynet, which is the network of Scilabs, and I have Scilabs. It's hard.
Yeah. We're gonna run make haste like Pocahontas.
Okay. You make your way through. It's only at this time, Yome, that you do go down the elevators, as you remember. Oh yeah, didn't Shudder ask you to come to check out the thing
he
today?
told me to check out the nursery at some point today. I was gonna do it during a free period, but I guess I'm doing it now. So in her head,
Meanwhile, at Alan's, damn it, math. Why don't I have my calculator with me? Oh yeah, because it's supposed to be on my wrist. Kane! I'm kidding.
It's like, oh man, if only I had a fucking calculator. If only some asshole just yells that across the room.
Like some asshole!
Didn't fucking.
Fucking John just looks at him like, wow, he's being assertive today, and I think I like it. Anyway.
Yep. Nell just jots down 1 demerit, Alan, and let Alan know he has 1 demerit.
You make your way through the area. As you do make your way toward the nursery, you open the doors, coming in, fucking singing "Dead Girl Walking," I guess. As you come in, you burst in, looking through, as you see.
You looking for Shudder?
Yeah.
He's there.
Where is?
He was. Unless he was moved. Hold on.
See, that's where I'm trying to find. Because if he was moved, then I need to know where he's at. Know what I'm saying?
I legit know last game he was on this table.
It's fine, I'll find him.
Yeah, unless you put him on like your desk. Fucking, I'll write a dead girl walking for this at some point. I'll listen to it 5,000 more times.
Where the fuck are you, Shudder? Did you fall on the fucking floor?
Oh no.
I don't see him on the floor.
Me neither.
This is actually kind of funny. I'm not gonna say why, but it's actually kind of funny.
Shudder! Because this fucker has presence concealment times 8. Like, fucking EX rank presence concealment.
Where
No.
the fuck are you?
Shudder! Where the fuck did he go? Like, yo, where is he? Shudder. Shudder.
We'll just put Smoke Man down. I'm kidding.
Here's Kane. Here's Donovan. Here's
He should
the
be over
collective.
here. Like, it should have been. That's the reason
he
I put them
was.
over here.
He was.
How'd you find my address? I think you tore my mattress.
Oh, I was talking about the reprise.
Oh no, yeah, no, I'll fuck with it. I'll fuck with either one.
We'll just put Sly over there. How about that?
I mean, he's green.
Play. I can just make another token, I guess. Fuck. All right.
Grass and gear make this network disappear. And that's the thing. It's like none of these boards are lifted in the way like if something.
Yeah, that's why I'm just gonna put another one in.
Yeah, I think he just got lost in the abyss somewhere.
Let's find out which one it is. It is. Oh, do I not have the fucking token? I have the art. I just don't have the token. I don't think. Which would make this hard.
I'll keep looking around.
Fuck. I fucking hate you, Shutter. Why can't you be deleted? For what you've done to me.
He's not in your like little hidden box of hidden stuff?
No, he's not in my hidden box of hidden stuff.
Oh, this is though.
Leave whatever's back there alone.
It was on the couch.
Oh, don't worry about the couch.
Yeah. No, I was like,
just
what's this weird
Just don't go into my actual thing.
No,
or I will kill you.
No, I was
You
talking
will
about
die.
this. I'm talking
I'll
about
murder
this.
you.
Okay. He's not
All
on
right,
the
I'll just get his actual fucking thing, and we just don't have the token. God, fucking Shutter.
Aw. The fuck, Shutter? God, what's that font? That one vine? It was like Adam. Fucking, I can't find.
There we go. We'll just fucking go with this.
Yeah, we'll MacGyver a quick one.
Look, it's chillfox.exe anyway. Boop. It's not gonna look good unless I have like the small thing on it, like the small base plate.
Yeah.
Boom.
I can't wait till we find Shutter after.
Yeah.
Fucking need his token anymore.
No, it's probably just like in one of like the things
bags?
here. It's probably like in a bag or something somewhere. I don't know. I'm not even gonna look. All right. Anywho, you go in. As you do, you find Shutter just kind of standing there. He seems to be looking down toward the fish.
You said you weren't going to be here today.
Shutter looks back towards you. Yome.
You said you weren't going to be here today, Shutter.
I've said a lot of things, haven't I?
So were you lying?
No, I wasn't lying. He just kind of motions to himself.
Where is it?
You walk forward?
Yeah.
What could you possibly mean?
My mate box.
He looks around the area, looks back to you. Would I really bring something like that to these children? He motions into one of the rooms as you see what appears to be about a dozen kids doing the finger paints. This is during work hours, so there are kids here.
Yeah.
Do you mind if we converse somewhere private?
Can you not say anything you need to in front of me?
If you wish to not startle them.
I have to get back to my work, Yome. If you want to ask me what you need, I could definitely try to oblige.
Someone went into Alan's house. The progs say it was Alan, and several things from his room are... The only one I know that looks like him and can even do anything like that is you.
Yome, roll me for scan.
Scan. That's not one I can put smash in. So fuck. I'm running out of inspiration.
You don't have to put inspiration in every roll, Squeaky.
She wants answers. You gotta make these count. That is a 12. That's 15 altogether for that one. 12 is still the highest roll. Okay, and another 12, so 15.
You see that he seems to smirk at what you just say.
Did you like that? Being complimented for what you're good at?
I guess I really am the only person that can do something like that, huh?
The only one I know of.
Joker, look! We have more...
One moment. Han! Actually, hold on. I think I missed one from Ronan earlier. Let's see here. First off, 2 hours ago, Ronan gave $10.
$10?
Says, it's been a while since we had a smash roll, hasn't it? Let's hope we get one soon. Dice to Yome. And then a few seconds ago, Han just gave $20 saying for Yome. Neat.
Thanks, guys.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. There you go.
Thanks, guys. Audience pulling through.
Sorry, Ronan. We've been engrossed, man.
Yeah, man. Okay.
God, I hate that he's just so much taller than you, and I hate it. It's so hard to get them both in the fucking... It bothers me so much.
Joker, look!
It bothers me too.
We have more...
Ronan gave another $20, saying, get those answers, Squeaks. Guys, give her enough to where she gets a fake card and can't use any inspiration. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Wait, just 10.
Sloppily organize these.
But he looks over at you.
Mm-hmm.
What was the last thing you said?
No, it was just that, like, you're the only one I know who could do it. I don't know anybody else.
So
Or
what
is
are you
there
going to do
someone
now?
I wanted answers. I've had diagnostics run on me. You know what's in there.
You had diagnostics.
Yes. I told you I was getting diagnostic.
I know you've told me that. However, it seems I didn't think it was actually possible for you to fix anything.
Mm.
It seems that my code was rewritten.
I've told you Alan is very capable.
I guess you have said that.
When it comes to Bug Vader, Cross, and I, Alan is determined and capable.
What more can I say? It seems like everything's been found out.
But why? What would you want with a mate box? Or the virus that's in it?
It's not about what I want, is it, Yome?
Then what does Kane want with them?
How am I supposed to know? We're just slaves to our net operators, aren't we?
No, we do not have to be.
Anything they do, we have to listen to.
No, we do not. If it is not in their best interest, we do not have to listen. We have every right to decline.
To live in that fantasy with you might be pretty fun.
It's not a fantasy. I've definitely denied Alan before.
Chat. Anyway, he just kind of smiles. But I'm sorry to say, there isn't a lot else for you to do here. Or for me to do here. Is that all you need, Yome? I already told you, there's no way it would be here.
No, it is here. It is here inside. I know it is. And there are several places it could be.
You notice Shudder leave the copybot. As he seems to smile off at you, the copybot seems to shut down, and standing in front of you is a vanity model.
Huh.
Yome, roll me for your scan again. Don't put anything in it.
What do you mean
Don't put anything in it.
What?
This is mostly for you and not for Yome.
Okay. Not 20. I was just like, please, gods.
Yome.
I've been good.
Squeaky. I guess. I really wanted to give you one last kind of chance with this. Man, he sure was saying some conflicting things. That's all I'm saying. Anyway.
What? Nico, I'm stupid.
I know you are, and that's what makes this fun. What do you want to do? He said he didn't have it here, although he could have been lying. The mate box could be somewhere here in the nursery if you'd like. Also, chat, don't say much of anything. Don't say much of anything, because Squeaky will be looking at chat, like everybody seems to whenever I'm fucking DMing.
Well, if I stay here, the only place to check is where his fucking home server and his backup data are. But it's probably not as easy as that. It's not as easy as just opening the door and there you are.
Well, again, you do know that, like what Quakeman had said, he could potentially find it if he's in the same area as it, and if he's not in the same area, he would know where to like what direction to go. If you'd like to call Quakeman in to see if it's in the nursery area, he can probably tell.
She'll call out for Quakeman. She'll go to the door of where she thinks is the storage area of the nursery. I think that's where he said storage area, and she will call.
I found Shudder!
Where was he?
He was underneath the fucking this!
What the fuck?
I don't know, he just came out! Anywho.
It fucking scared me, you piece of shit. It was like I called Quakeman. I found Shudder. Shudder comes in and hugs you. You're dead now.
There was a hidden Shudder, you see. Did that Yome art come in this session? That Yome art is a pretty good Yome art, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Look at it. Look at this Yome art.
Yeah. Oh, okay. Just throw it there. Yeah, it was made by a friendly neighborhood phantom.
Shocker.
Ago. That one time. Remember, guys, that one time we didn't have Navi? We had a Yome stream instead, where Phantom drew Yome. And this is supposed to be her date outfit for Shudder, but now I'm not sure if we're gonna have this fucking date. No, I'm not sure we're gonna have this date.
Who's to say, man?
I don't know, man. If he's being a manipulative poopy nozzle, maybe he doesn't actually want to go and take me to the aquarium.
Yeah, maybe.
I thought we had something here, Shutter. I freaking nat 20 to smash roll.
Do you wanna call out for
We will call out for.
The information was conflicting because the real Shutter was beneath us all along.
The real Shutter was the friends we made along the way.
Anyway,
We're gonna call. She's gonna be in front of the door and she's gonna call out for Quake Man.
nobody answers.
Quake Man?
No one answers.
Can I jiggle the handle on this thing? Can I open
Maybe you
the door?
should listen to your own fucking thing you said earlier.
I want oatmeal.
There you go.
I want oatmeal.
You see what appears to be Quakeman's visage appear at the bottom where the fish are swimming. You notice the fish seem to somewhat swim around him, showing that the fish are definitely just like programs
Quake Man?
and aren't actually swimming in anything.
Yeah.
Quake Man, can you sense if it's in here?
You're looking for that mate box of yours, correct?
Mm-hmm.
He puts his hand up, he smashes down one of his arms. A vibration seems to go through the area. You can tell, even though this vibration is in the cyber world, the water starts to kind of shiver a bit as he does this.
Oh.
Quakeman's pretty fucking powerful.
Yeah.
As this happens, you hear something happen inside where the kids are, my Jello's jiggling. Anyway, calm down, you fucking kid. Anyway,
Meanwhile, another child is crying because the one next to her ate her pudding.
One of them ate your fucking vanilla pudding. Anyway,
I'm gonna tell my sister on you.
that'll be funny. Can't wait for that to happen. Anyway, so but as he does this, he looks back up to you. I sense no vibrations of that magnitude here. It was a lot closer when we were back with my master.
Then it is probably in his apartment. Shutter was probably counting on me to be here to distract. Go back to the apartment, Quake Man.
If you would like, I could go with you to his apartment. I have the codes for almost every room in the facility.
Of course, that's a much better idea. Let's go.
Quake Man, logging out.
We're gonna get the fuck out of here.
You start making your way away from the area. As you do, is there anything you'd like to do? You take one last look back behind this area. You see all the little fishies on the ground and how they're swimming. You see again the kids over on the sides having their playtime, stuff like that. You make your way back in through the door, heading off toward the main building.
You are very digitally.
You what now? What?
1 minute. I'm gonna hold on. Hello?
Hello?
You were super robot-y for the last second. You were you give a quick look around and then you leave, and I didn't really pick up on any.
You just look around. You take in the visage one last time, because you may never have a reason to come back here after you throw Shutter in fucking Navi jail or whatever.
After I put Shutter in the doghouse forever. I fucking nat 20. I nat 20 to smash dice.
You make your way out.
And I nat 6 on it. Yeah.
You make your way out. Yeah, you did get a 30, I believe. It was pretty crazy.
Yeah, it was a 30. Why did it mean nothing?
You make your way into the main area. As you do, let's just move these out of the way. You hear from speakers as you're making your way through, getting onto the floor with all of the apartments. You hear, I believe that Kane's room is just a door down from his father's room. If you would like, I can try to open it from here. However, it may be easier if you were there with me. I believe since we are both cracking Navis, it should be easy for either one of us.
Yes, of course. Please be sure to update Alan's mother, Quakeman.
Already have.
Okay, perfect.
I will make my way there and attempt to open it from here.
Mm-hmm.
As you start going down, he says one door down from his father's. You don't really get that, but you're kind of just following his voice wherever the intercom seems to come up.
Yeah.
As eventually you run past one of the doors. However, as you do, you notice the door open, as if a latch has opened from it. You look back toward it, and nobody seemed to open the latch. You look inside, and from what you can see, it seems to be one of the apartments, like this. You hear from just inside. Do-do-do-do. Where you is, my dude? Have I lost you fucking too? What the hell?
You looking for Kane?
No, I'm looking for fucking Quakeman. How did I lose you?
How did you lose Quakeman?
Where the fuck?
Oh, no, he's right here. He's right
Okay,
here.
good,
He lives
good,
in the
good.
network.
All right,
Because he
good,
went
good,
to
good.
the network.
You look inside as you see what appears to be Quakeman on the thing there, as he's just kind of waving at you.
Thank you, Quakeman.
You step inside of Kane's room. As you do, you look around. You notice that there are several. You notice there are several copy bots around. One of them just appears like kind of like junked off in the corner. It seems like it has seen better days. Like you see there are like some welts and some like cracks throughout of it.
Quakeman.
You also notice there's a second one with slightly better condition as well there.
Quakeman.
Hmm?
Can you take pictures?
Of the area here?
No, this copy bot here, the one that is battered.
He seems to look around. He tries to like close his eyes, looking around. I sense there are cameras in this area. However, I cannot get a good shot from here, and I'm not able to connect to the cameras here. The security is too tight. You could potentially save something inside of your memory. However,
How do I do that?
Do I know how to do that?
Okay, well, all right then.
If
Fine.
we need to go back through your memory, we can do so.
Fucking stare up, down, up, down, up, down, up, down, left, right.
As you attempt to do that, you notice again you should be able to commit whatever is in here to memory. However, things are very staticky inside your head as you attempt to commit it to your memory. It seems the security here is tighter than I thought. We are inside of Kane's room after all.
That's fine. I just need to remember that I've seen it.
I can try to call the miss over here as soon as possible. She can probably see it just by staying in the door.
Yes, that could also work. Having a set of unhindered human eyes can help so much.
One moment. He seems to like narrow his eyes, look up. Authorization. Miss Garnet, approve. As he does that, Quakeman seems to get jolted by like a bolt of electricity and knocked backwards.
Quakeman!
You see one of his like large rocks seemingly crack from the top of it as he just kind of like goes over to one knee.
Quakeman, are you all right?
It appears that I have underestimated the security here. I was able to contact her, but you'll have to leave the door open. I cannot offer her authorization.
That's fine. I will do so.
I'll leave the door open.
No, that's fine. I'm sorry. I should have known better. We should have expected more from Shudder. We really should not underestimate him.
I will attempt to not do any more things too hard here.
Yes. Please be careful, Quakeman.
I will go and leave the door open.
You leave the door open?
I will put a chair
There you go.
by the door to make sure it does not move.
You drag one of the chairs over. Again, it is harder for you in this copy bot than the last one, but you are able to bar the door open.
Yeah. I'm leaving this bitch open.
You notice that as soon as you do that, the door does feel like there's some pressure on it, as if it was as if it's attempting to close, but it can't. Nice thinking, Yome.
Yeah, he can try to move this if he wants. He's gonna have to come here to do that.
I really appreciate your thoughtfulness. Your level-headedness are gonna help us through this.
I really hope so.
She says. She just kind of like wipes her brow a little bit. It's like, I really, really hope so.
You make your way through and begin looking around. As you do, you find that there is several rooms here, just like the one over at the at Alan's mom's. There are 2 bedrooms, as well as a bathroom and a collection living and like kitchen area.
Mm-hmm.
As you look through, you notice that again, from what Quakeman had said, Kane's room is a room down from his father's, which means that both of these bedrooms here seem to be Kane's.
Mm-hmm.
As you step in, would you like to try to open one of the doors?
Yes, I'm also dragging another heavy chair to make sure this door also remains open.
There are no more heavy chairs.
How about this fucking
You can bring the little ottoman thing.
Yeah, this.
Yeah, sure.
We're bringing that.
You start dragging that over. As you do, like Quakeman is just watching like, oh, I wish I could fit in this room with my copybot.
That's okay.
It would be a lot easier if I could.
That's okay. I was talking to Miss Garnet about maybe giving you a style change at some point, so you can be a bit more compact.
A style change?
Yes. A new appearance. One that you can take on whenever you want. So that you can do whatever you want, like I do. And Bug Vader.
And
She thinks you'd really like that. Would you?
I mean, yeah, I would.
It's very nice.
He seems to be taken aback, pretty hard. I would.
Have you never considered it?
I mean, no, I guess I haven't.
It's very. I've never style changed, but if it means you can experience this world a lot more, I think it would be great for you to experience. And there's so many things. I haven't even experienced everything. This is heavy. She is more than willing
We shouldn't think about this right now.
I mean, it's better than being frustrated.
Roll me for your scan, Yome.
Oh, hell yeah. Am I getting through to the quack man? Do I put in a smash?
Yeah, you can if you want.
I'm putting in the smash, man. Come on, Quake man. Come on, Quack man. Love her. 19 plus 1. 17. That's another nat 20.
That's not a nat 20.
It's another 20. It's another 20 in total. 10 plus 4.
Last roll?
Hold on. Yeah. The other little dice is in there because I grabbed it by accident.
Okay.
Alrighty. So 19 plus 1 on the smash dice plus 4 on my link.
You look back at him as you prop up the door. You're waiting for him to try to open the door for you. As you do, you notice that he seems to be looking down. Again, in a thoughtful pose, but not really thoughtful as much as from what you can tell, he seems to be almost in like a sad pose.
Is something wrong?
Huh? Oh, no, sorry. Would you like me to try to open the door?
Yes, please, if it doesn't hurt you.
I should be able to. He just kind of like moves his arm. As he does, the door just kind of swings open.
Thank you.
Puts the ottoman in front of door.
As you put the ottoman in front of the door, he just kind of like looks over at you, and you step inside. You see what appears to be Kane's room.
Fucking anything I recognize in here? My fucking mate box, Alan's shit.
You start looking around in Kane's room. As you do, you notice that there does appear to be some interesting things here. Roll me for your scan to see how much stuff that I'm going to be giving you just for my brief look around at the room.
Put in 2. She's like super observant right now. She's like taking as much as she can. That is 5.
If Phantom was here, she'd be very happy about this room in particular.
That is 3. Don't do this to me, dice. 16. Yeah.
You start looking around. As you do, you notice that.
Yeah. Wait, you're being bitty. Hold on. Oh. Hello.
Hello. Do you want to switch this over to Eastern so that it doesn't sound like I'm being bitty, maybe?
It's fine now, but yeah, we can do that. Hello.
Hello.
Yes.
Maybe it'll keep maybe it'll keep your connection to me a little bit better.
Yeah.
Either way. You make your way inside and you begin to look around at things. Quakeman does not seem to follow you, nor does he keep talking to you at this point. He's in his own thoughts. As you step inside, you look around, you find what appears to be a normal guy's room. As you begin looking, his bed seems to be pretty well made. As you look off to the sides of things, you notice that there are a couple of oddities throughout the room. One there appears to be a picture beside of his bed. It seems to show a picture of him and Donovan and Brad hanging out. And it's not like on like a dresser or anything. It's like on like a little table beside of his bed. You see further in that there appears to be some different jerseys and things from whenever he's probably been in different teams with Brad, just kind of like hanging out doing things. You notice that there appears to be a variety of, from what you can tell, different PETs inside of here. There seems to be like some older models, looks like, including one of Alan's model, the one that he broke. As he seems to have all of these, looking around, the one that's of Alan's model seems like it's brand new, by the way.
Huh.
Looking around the room, you also see what appears to be a closet. You open it up, and you immediately kind of get a bit of a after you open it up.
Oh god, is it a really badly made dummy of Alan?
No, there's
Okay,
nothing like that. However,
Okay.
you do notice that among the clothes he has hung up, he appears to have a set of folded clothes inside of the closet. And from what you can tell, it appears to be of a size too small for him. It appears to be very much a freshly laundered thing of clothes inside that appears to be a size or so too small for him.
I mean, this could explain where those clothes went.
What do you mean?
And why we could never. Well, you know, Alan's clothes were stolen.
What? What do you mean?
He didn't. Now, is it like a school uniform? Is it like
It
regular
appears to be
clothes?
somewhat casual clothes.
Somewhat
The kind of
casual
the kind of clothes that you would wear, during a hot day if you were maybe going and hanging out with people at a park,
Okay, so I've put two and two together. I'm taking these. I'm taking these.
You pick those up. As you do, you just kind of like look around the room a little bit more. You can tell that from what you can tell, you can't find a mate box in here. But off to one final side of this room, you do see that there appears to be again like several more kind of things going on at the other side. What appears to be several books, seemingly depicting a bunch of different what's the word I'm trying to think. A bunch of different of the past performances of the licenses for becoming a city net battler. Also appears to be a book that is brand new. And he appears to have some notes in them, like little note tabs coming up from the book. He appears to have gotten pretty far in the book.
What do the note tabs have anything written on them?
Do you want to open the book and see the note tabs?
Yeah, we'll look at it.
As you open up one of them, the first tab seems to be, I see a pattern here, have to tell him. The next one seems to be, every 10 years they seem to switch things up. The next one seems to be, I'm sure that this time it'll be virus busting, potentially a quiz. I should have him come over and we can go over things. Those are all the notes.
This is probably having to do with the City Net Battler exam. This is probably for Donovan. She will take mental note of that, but she's gonna keep the book. She's gonna leave the book where it is.
Is there anything else you'd like to look through the room at?
There's nothing else that immediately stands out besides these clothes that I now have.
Nothing that I haven't already told you.
Okay, nothing in the dresser drawers?
You can find clothes.
Clothes. Is there any other closets or cabinets in here?
Does not appear to be. It appears to
Alrighty, then
be
I guess
an exact copy of, like, again, the room you had saw in, like, the other sections of these. Like, if Alan's room over at his mom's didn't have any secret, like, compartments or whatever, this one doesn't.
Okay, so then I guess it's best to check the other room then.
Probably.
Alrighty, we're gonna... Is there a chair of any sort in this room?
Does not appear to be a chair of any sort in this room, no. Do you
Okay,
want to
then,
leave
so-
everything in here where it was?
Aside from the clothes that I'm obviously taking, this room, if nothing stands out after looking as well as she has,
Nothing that I
it's
haven't already
probably...
said.
Yeah, it's probably... We're gonna check the other room, but we're gonna take this. We're gonna take the ottoman. We're taking the ottoman and we're moving it.
You pull the ottoman out. The door doesn't seem to close, but you're pulling the ottoman out. You see
That's
that
okay.
you see that Quakeman's just still kind of standing over there. He's looking back over at you.
I found-
The other door?
Yeah, I found something of interest in this room, though.
Hmm?
I found Alan's stolen clothes. Inform his mom.
You see like a sweat drop almost like appear, like, what?
Inform his mom. I'll explain.
yeah,
I'll explain
okay.
more.
Okay.
I'll explain more later. Inform his mom.
Yes, in the final door.
Yes.
He just kind of moves his hand as another door opens.
Thank you.
You drag the other one over. As you head over toward the door, you notice this room appears to be something of a workshop.
Yes.
As you look inside, directly on top of one of the tables, like in full view of the door, you see the mate box.
There it is. Quake Man, I found it.
She's gonna call out.
He just looks back over. Oh, perfect.
All right.
I'm gonna go get it.
Mm-hmm. I'll hold the door.
Thank you.
I also put this ottoman thingy in there just in case.
Yes, that will provide help, I'm sure.
Fuck you, man. I hope it's heavy. I'll be really damned if this door finds its way to close itself.
You step your way in. As you do, you look around the room a little bit. There appears to be some very interesting things around. As you look around.
Yeah.
As you step inside, you see getting over toward the table that has the thing on it, what appears to be photos. Looking underneath the mate box, you see what appears to be a photo of what appears to be Brad with his fist connected with Alan's cheek. This appears to be a photo of what happened that first day that you guys had been at school. You then see around that what appears to be a picture of Kane and Brad inside of a restroom. From what you can see, it appears to be like him just kind of like taking Alan's PET with a smile on his face.
And these are all physical photos?
These are all physical photos.
Okay,
Clear
so
as day, too. And the last one appears to be a picture of Kane, seemingly his arms around Alan's neck as he's dragging him over toward the grill over at the theater.
I'm gonna take these photos and I'm going to tuck them into the clothing.
Okay.
I'm gonna put them in the pants pockets or within the sleeves of the shirt. Is the mate box connected to anything?
Nope. The mate box does not look like it has been really touched at all.
Okay. It's very odd that these pictures are just strewn about here.
They've all happened.
Yeah, no, they've all happened.
Yeah.
It's the thing of the fact that they're just lying around here. Like,
he's a sick kid.
I mean, yeah, he is. It's that thing of when one really thinks about it, if we try to go into the mind of a psychopath even slightly, I can understand having all this stuff strewn about because it's like, who the fuck's gonna come into his goddamn apartment?
Yeah.
He's got a very high security capable Navi that the moment he tells him to, he can make it so that nobody can come into this room.
Yeah.
Now, with that in mind, she's just been let in. Like, Shudder could have easily made it so that nobody could come in. But here, me and Quakeman are. So this is probably all a setup.
I mean, both of you guys are cracking navies. Quakeman's a cracking navi as well. You guys are made to go through defenses like these.
Yeah, but still, it's a thing of Shudder has shown himself to be very capable at that. And when one also thinks about it, it's like, okay, maybe it's just a cockiness thing on Kane's part that he's not bossed Shudder around to do these kind of things. Shudder's let us know that he doesn't care about anything that Kane does. As long as he can do whatever he wants and he just does what Kane tells him to do and he leaves him alone, that seems to be where Shudder is at. Now, this is the kind of thing that would really fuck over his operator. So
definitely.
you would think that Shudder would care to take this precaution now that Yome has essentially figured out that if it's not in the nursery, it's here.
Well, I mean, remember, Shudder stays at the nursery. That's where his network is. That's where he sleeps. That's where his backup bed is.
Yeah,
like
but
this can't be Shudder's room. This is just Kane's room.
Yeah. It's like I'm looking at these pieces here. It's that thing of it's hitting Yome that this, aside from what happened, excuse me, with Quakeman, this feels too easy. But at the same time, it's like the faster I get out of here, the less we have to worry about that. So, with that in mind, she's going to grab the mate box and leave this room.
Mm-hmm.
While also telling Quakeman to once again inform his mother, inform Alan's mother that she has everything.
I believe she's almost here.
Okay, I will wait at the door. But I feel like this is all too easy. Don't you think?
I don't believe he would have saw that some sort of a Navi like myself could have been able to breach his defenses, but perhaps you are right. We'll have to keep an eye out.
Yes.
We need to make sure that as soon as he starts saying that... Whoop. Boop.
Oh no.
Boop.
Oh no.
Boop.
Oh no.
Oh damn. that came out well. All 4 of the ones that are in the bag.
Oh wow.
As you are talking to him, as he begins to start talking about how you're right, this is probably definitely too easy, you see several viruses start appearing around Quakeman.
Huh! Quakeman!
As Quakeman turns just a little bit slow to look at them, he's like, The 2 Canadems begin to fire as Quakeman gets knocked up against the wall that is between you and this like a window that's here.
Get out of there, Quakeman!
The Spiky begins to use fire. The Shrimpy begins to use water, and whatever the fuck this thing is, just kind of like dancing there, like yeah, fuck, yeah, let's go, dance.
Yeah, you guys do that, man. You guys do that. You gotta do that thing.
Dancing.
Yeah, you gotta do that thing. You gotta do. He just cheers on. Yeah, you do that thing. Yeah, you do that thing. Yeah, you do that thing. Oh yeah. Oh, you fuck, man. Yeah.
As this is happening, as these things are blasting onto him, he just looks back. Yo, mate. Where's Bug Vader? Maybe I could. As soon as that happens, this creature seems to jump over his head.
What the fuck?
And transform into a large weight and seem to slam down onto Quakeman.
Quakeman!
As it does,
oh no, he did a somersault.
As he looks back, I have to retreat. I can't hold the doors open. Quakeman logging out.
I am going to
the
stand
doors
by
begin to look like they're trying to shut. You hear the creaking of the chair in the doorway.
Oh fuck. She's got to get out of there. She's like, no. If this thing closes, I cannot leave. She just mate box and clothes and photos in hand. She runs the fuck out of this room.
Roll me for your speed. Because you're not in a fucking super advanced physically copy bot anymore. Oh my god! Are you sure you want to use that many of them?
Hold on. Be confident. You know what? I'll take 2 out.
I'm gonna be so happy if you roll fucking like 6 fucking ones or something. Go ahead and roll.
Please don't do that to me. Please, I will start crying. Okay.
Kevin says the power of Chet Sumner.
We got the first one was 13.
Mm-hmm. What
Second one
your
is 12.
thing? So far, not enough.
2.
Hey,
19.
19's pretty good.
10.
Mm-hmm.
And 10.
Last roll.
Last roll. 1 sec. Whoop, whoop, whoop. 17.
The
So
17 and the
is my
19
highest
would have done it, but the other ones would not have done it.
That's fine.
As you dive through with everything in hand, you just kind of like slide off into the hallway. As you do, the door seems to break one of the legs off of the chair and shut. As that happens, you hear footsteps rapidly coming to you from the hall.
Yeah, she's just like on the floor trying to like pick herself.
Miss Garnet, I found it.
Oh shit!
And also...
We should have realized Shutter was under here.
Is he still?
No, like look underneath the.
Oh yeah, it's lifted.
We should have realized.
See, Dan Avidan from the Game Grumps is trying to let us know the whole time.
The whole time he's like, you can't see my hat. Obviously, guys, come on. Anyway.
Okay. Yeah.
Stop. She seems to like jump. She seems to like go over and kind of like slide on her little like skirt area to get to you. Hold on. She's like looks back. She sees Quakeman. You look at her PET. You see that Quakeman has like some data bits falling off from him. Quakeman.
There's a bunch of viruses in the room. We must have tripped a defense protocol. There
were some viruses there were some viruses in the doctor's room too, right?
I did not check the doctor's room. This is mainly Kane's apartment.
No, you do know.
Oh.
The
Yeah,
water
yeah. Yeah, that.
There shouldn't be any viruses in the Psi Lab.
I do not know what is going on, but I found the mate box, and these are Alan's clothes that were stolen when he went camping, and
she's gonna like shuffle. She's gonna shuffle in and look at the pictures.
And I found these from when the security was tampered at school.
Well, there we go. This should be enough even for the director.
And inside of Kane's apartment, there's an abused copybot.
An abused copybot.
He when he beats up Alan, he tests it out on Shutter.
Perfect. Before, if anything like this were to happen, we couldn't really do much of anything. I mean, what kind of school in their right mind's gonna get rid of the director of Scilab's son? But this should be plenty enough.
Did you get all the other messages from Quakeman?
She looks back over. I got here as soon as I could. I was trying to make sure that things wouldn't be taken too literally with the protocols that I took away. Nobody should be able to get inside of our apartment. Although, if this Shutter is as good as you guys say he is, maybe no matter what kind of thing I do, it won't work.
She's gonna point at the door.
That was able to close on its own, even though I had a really heavy chair blocking it from closing. We wanted you to see it for yourself, but as soon as the virus started attacking Quakeman, I thought it was way too easy.
Hold on, I'll see if I can do anything. She steps up as she goes over to it. She begins to try to say her name to it. It doesn't seem to open for her. She goes over to it and starts typing. She appears to type out a correct password as the door seems to open completely. As she
Please
does,
be careful.
She looks back over to you. Well, if you're telling me to be careful, then come in with me.
Yes.
She steps inside.
It might close on us again, though, Miss Garnet.
If it does, then I'll open it again. Nothing in here should be able to do anything to us. It's fine.
Yes.
Quakeman was able to get to me, so he should be able to leave this place if we get locked in.
Mm-hmm.
She starts like looking forward toward the viruses on the backdrop. Huh. Such a wide assortment of viruses. This thing, by the way, is no longer like that.
Yeah, go.
He's just dancing.
That one can change its appearance.
She looks over. She makes her way over to this copy bot. I'm going to have her roll something really quick.
This is the one that Kane disguises as your son and he beats it up.
That son of a bitch. She didn't. She's like, fuck that guy. Makes her way over to the other one, seemingly somewhat still like a little bit worn, but not really that beat up or anything. I'll contact the director.
Yes. We were not able to take any pictures of these. And when I tried to ingrain it in my memory, it seemed like it was somewhat... We couldn't.
There are some things that, well, you all are really good for. A lot better than I am, and I understand that. But at least nothing can mess with a human eye. As she just kind of like taps onto her head. I'll keep all this right up here.
That's why I thought it best we definitely needed that.
She looks back toward the viruses. They're so calm now. I guess they're not supposed to destroy this place. It would be kind of counterproductive.
Should we head back?
She makes her way over toward the copy bot that's here and kind of like fiddles around with the back of it, as she seems to be trying to touch the shutdown area that you usually can feel. However, as she does, she just goes, "Damn, this one's been tampered with." She makes her way over to this one. As she does, not expecting much, but she touches the back of this one's neck. As it does, it seems to stand up. Oh. Oh, there we go. It should return to Scilabs currently. It seems to start walking out.
Well,
it seems to be very shaky, but it does seem to be walking.
I mean, that is also one way to have someone else observe the damage.
Guess this Kane didn't think of everything, huh?
I do not. I'm not sure about Kane, but I do not want to underestimate Shudder.
I'll be sure to make sure that Shudder doesn't have any permissions here. We'll try to make sure that he can't go back into the nursery, and honestly, we'll try to see if we can expel him from the Scilabs network. If we can do that, we should be able to get him to isolate himself inside the PET.
No, wait a minute. Shudder, I know this is all really bad, and I know it's going to sound odd that I'm saying this, but Shudder is probably only doing this because Kane tells him to. Even just binding him to the nursery is enough.
We can't allow him to stay in the nursery. I'm sorry. We can't let someone who's done stuff like this be around those children. I know that's where he is usually, and I know the security there is top-notch, but Shudder cannot be allowed to come back to Scilabs.
The security is the way it is because he is there.
And we appreciate it. But from what we've seen, even if it isn't his fault, Yome, he has to be regulated to Kane's PET. Once things have settled down, maybe we can do something, but we cannot allow him to run amok in here.
Yes, you are right, Miss Garnet.
I'll contact the director. I'll contact some people over at Cynet. We'll make it to where we can get rid of Shutter's permissions in this area. We'll shut him out from everywhere, and he'll have no choice but to either stay outside the net or be within Kane's PET. I'll also contact Toki and make sure that she lets Kane know that he's to be isolated there until someone comes to get him.
Yes.
She just kind of like puts a hand on your shoulder. Don't look so tense. Things are gonna look a lot more up for Alan now.
Yes, I hope so.
He'll start to maybe like this place a little bit more. She just kind of like goes in for a bit of a hug.
I mean, I'm still holding all this, but she can do it.
Yeah, definitely.
Thank you, Miss Garnet.
Thank you, Yome. I really appreciate this. It's been on my mind for so long.
As I have always said, Alan is my top priority.
I approve of you two. You and Bug Vader are okay in my book.
We should probably leave. I'd be lying if I said it didn't make me uneasy being in here.
Let's make our way out. The two of you go to leave.
In her head, she's like, I'm sorry, Shutter, I tried. I really tried, Shutter. Yo, you late and you're I'm sorry. You gotta... I love you, Shutter, but you gotta stop doing this.
As you guys make your way out from Kane's room, I think that's a good place for us to end things off for the night.
I'm just holding clothes in a mate box and I'm just like, eh.
As the two of you make your way out, she seems to start talking toward Quakeman to go and contact the director and some of the lab assistants at Scilabs. As you see that Quakeman has basically got himself back up to working order while inside the PET. He seems to be perfectly able to go and do that. He makes his way out and goes to contact the people in charge. As he does, the two of you make your way behind the copybot that is making its way away. It seems to be very much like limping and looking like it's like in a lot of damage, but it seems to be steadily making its way back toward the area where all the other copybots are.
He walks in on Dr. Coda and he's like, what did they do to you?
What the fuck?
What the fuck?
As it makes its way out toward that area, I think we can just end things there.
No ending cutscene?
I don't think there's one needed. You guys just solved my Kane puzzle.
Did we really?
Yeah, he's gonna get fucked because of this. That's for sure.
The Shutter.
I mean, don't do the crime if you can't do the time.
But Shutter's gonna pay for it too.
Sucks to suck, man. Shutter did all these bad things.
And well, the thing that's freaking Yome out is that Shutter isn't trying to stop her. He's all like, yeah, I'm totally down to make sure nothing bad happens to my operator because I have to. This will fuck up your operator, Shutter. Why don't you care?
Oh, I mean, he's
also said he gives no fucks about Kane, but this is not how you do things.
Who is to actually say, man?
If I get expelled from Scilabs and maybe if they consider taking me away from Kane, I can really do whatever the fuck I want. Maybe I don't have to look like Alan anymore either. I'll get myself a style change while I'm at it.
Definitely. He can look like someone completely different.
Like, maybe this is all part of Shutter's diabolical plan where he's like, I can't get myself away from Kane. I'll use this dumb idiot to do it for me. I'll use this fucking idiot to do it. It's just again.
Why are
it's
you
that
so
thing
Why are you so upset? You things are going well.
with-
Why are you so upset? You did it.
It's not. I'm not I'm not totally upset.
Okay,
It's
that's
just,
good. Because you
it's just
shouldn't be.
it I have a bad feeling.
Why?
Fucking like
I
okay,
think
yeah.
you guys are going to love the remainder of the Quiet Scilab adventure.
That freaking time that time I rolled for me and Nat 20, you didn't give me a lot of information, Deco. You kept it really vague.
I keep forgetting that you didn't actually fucking hear me what I fucking said during your last conversations with Shutter because you kept on misinterpreting what I was saying.
Yeah. Well, do you want to fill me in now?
What do you mean? You're fine.
What was this? Okay, no. In all honesty, was this legit Shutter's fucking plan?
Who knows, man? It seems like it. It's okay, Squeaky.
It's not nice.
Man,